Humanity First International is a charity established in the United Kingdom in 1995 to promote and safeguard human life and dignity, and now has registered operations in 53 countries. Our global network of 2,000 volunteers and 400 medical staff ensure that we can deliver significantly more aid value in the field from funds raised, providing immediate disaster relief whilst also developing and nurturing long-term projects dedicated to healthcare, education, clean water, vocational training, and the care of orphans. We are focused in 8 specialised relief programmes. Water for Life. Almost 1 billion people still live without access to safe drinking water and improved sanitation, and as a result suffer health problems and crippling poverty. Humanity First believes that access to clean water is a right and not a privilege. Our Water for Life programme offers a range of clean water solutions for villages and small towns in low-income countries, as well as proper sanitation facilities. Water for Life is active in 19 countries across Asia, Africa, and Central America. Humanity First also lobbies for the change through the End Water Poverty Alliance. Across East Africa, over 200 village water projects have been completed in Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. Most of these have been traditional hand pumps, but in Uganda, the team have also done gravity-fed systems, spring water protection, and valley dams. Every day, over 430,000 people across East Africa access water through our installations. Sub-Saharan Africa suffers hugely from a lack of water in hot desert conditions. Our teams are active in 13 countries in West Africa, deploying foot pumps, hand pumps, and solar boreholes. So far, over 1,700 installations have been completed in the Gambia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Burkina Faso.
Assalamu alaikum, good evening and good afternoon to all the viewers from across Canada. On behalf of the entire team of Humanity First, please allow me to welcome you to our Humanity First virtual fundraising dinner. As our tradition, we will start our program with the recitation from the Holy Quran by Raza Dar Sahib.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله ولو آمن أهل الكتاب لكان خيرا لهم منهم المؤمنون وأكثرهم الفاسقون. I will now present the English translation of the verse just recited before you, taken from chapter 3, Surah Al-Imran, verse 111. I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the rejected. In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. You are the best people raised for the good of mankind. You enjoin what is good and forbid evil and believe in Allah. And if the people of the book had believed, it would have surely been better for them. Some of them are believers, but most of them are disobedient.
I'm humbled to have with me in the studio Dr. Aslam Daud Sahib. He's well known in Canada and around the world, who needs no formal introduction. I'm sure all our viewers know him very well, and you're familiar with his name and face and his humble services to Humanity First. Dr. Daud is a very humble and dedicated person and has been serving Humanity First since its inception in 2014. I'd like to welcome Dr. Daud Sahib with me in the studio.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dr. Sahib, welcome. Throughout the year, we hold various awareness and fundraising events in Toronto and other parts of Canada. Our first event actually was held in Montreal in the beginning of this year. Our fundraising events are our prime event of the year, for which volunteers, our donors, our supporters look forward to, because they get to meet the volunteers and the people who work behind the scenes and the people who work on the ground. Usually at these events, we have the pleasure of meeting a large number of people. Usually an event like this we hold in a large banquet hall with thousands of people, over 1,000 people. Due to the COVID-19, we were unable to hold such an event. However, this has not stopped us from helping people and connecting with our supporters, our donors, and of course our volunteers. The year 2020 has been a unique year that will be remembered for many generations to come. This year has been very challenging on many fronts. While most places were shut down, businesses were shut down, we went in lockdown, our team was very busy during these very challenging times. Today, you will hear about the efforts of Humanity First Canada here in Canada and also around the globe. By the grace of Allah, our team has put together a very interesting program for you this evening. Today, we'll be talking about and presenting some of our humble efforts in last one year. We'll be talking about the international projects and Canadian projects. We'll be presenting important information about refugee sponsorship program. We'll be going live and talking to our emergency medical team in Honduras, who's actually working in Honduras serving people. We'll be sharing some videos of projects as well. And our students have put together an amazing Kahoot quiz game show where you'll be able to win some great prizes. So please, I humbly request you to please stay with us for the entire portion of the program. The quiz game will be played. There's lots of prizes to be won as well. And I'd just like to let you know that during this program, because of the limited time frame, we will not be taking live calls, but you're more than welcome to please reach out to us and text us your message, your question, your comments at the WhatsApp number that will be shown on the screen, which is 647-493-7722. Dr. Sahib, before we get started into the program, and we start talking about the international program and that Humanity First is working on, can you please tell our viewers what is the purpose of today's event and why is this event so unique?
So Humanity First is a charity organization, and we help people in need with the support of our donors and supporters. And every year we do hold an awareness event where we tell people what we have been doing throughout the year, what our plans for the next year. And this is also an opportunity to raise funds so that we can continue our projects. Now, this year, because of the pandemic, the COVID-19 has impacted almost everyone's life. And one of the biggest impact is that we cannot have gatherings. And every year when we held our fundraising events, we would have 1,000 guests or more. We would have various events across the country. Now, because of this pandemic, we cannot do that, so we thought that what is the best way to update our viewers, other than having regular newsletters and updates? Right. We thought that let's keep the spirit of the dinner where people have a feeling of a gathering and feeling of participation. So we said we are going to hold a virtual event, and in this virtual event, the idea was that we're going to serve dinner actually virtually, which is, in my knowledge, it is the one of the kind and the first of the kind actually event.
Few people actually reached out and said, they have not heard about this.
Exactly.
And when we announced this event, people were asking, the number one question was, how are you delivering the dinner?
Yeah, and we kept it a surprise. And what we have done is, by the grace of God, we have now, we are holding this event. This is a reality now. And our viewers and participants who would normally come to our dinner function in a banquet hall are going to enjoy this program right in the living room with their family, watching the TV on a YouTube or a computer or on a phone. And also, we are serving food in their home. We are actually sending food across Canada. And this food is being delivered to their home. They're going to enjoy this meal during this program. And how will we be able to do that? We claim that we are a national food bank.
That's right.
If we can give food to our clients across Canada, why can't we do that
for our donors.
For our donors here this time. And this is a test, and this is the proof of the concept that we have been helping people across Canada. Now we are using the same method. We are participating with our donors and engaging them in this program. This is an interactive session, so they can participate, they can view, and make donations also. And this is the purpose that, like in our live event, donors would come up, stand up, or write a piece of paper that here is my pledge for another project. So buying ticket is just an entry. It's an entry ticket for the door. Once you're inside, once you're part of this program, you're able to sponsor our Water for Life program, eye surgeries, schools, hospitals. So I'm encouraging all our viewers to come forward today and make a donation, become a sponsor for a program, and show us that this is one of the biggest, one-of-a-kind event today.
Dr. Saab, indeed, this program is unique in itself. From the last I checked, we are serving, I think, over 1,200 meals tonight.
Yes.
And the beauty is, Canada is vast. So some people might be receiving food right now. Some people might have already received food, and some people might be receiving food in the next few hours. So for the audience who are watching at home, if you have bought the fundraising dinner ticket, be assured that the dinner is on its way. We have made the arrangements to have the dinner delivered between 6 and 7 p.m. your local time. So if you do get a door bell at your front door, that's probably a delivery from Humanity First. So this is the uniqueness about this project, this event actually, that COVID has not stopped us from reaching out to people, our donors, our supporters, or volunteers. COVID-19 was an opportunity for us to actually showcase what we do in an emergency, in a disaster. So this is what we have done, and this is what some people thought it was not possible to deliver dinner all across. But here we are. Dinner has been sent out, and you should be receiving it soon. But for those who were not able to buy a dinner ticket, I humbly request you to please go online to our website. Even if you were not able to buy a dinner ticket tonight, you can still donate, you can still purchase a dinner ticket and feed another family, and you'll be able to feed a family maybe next week or days in the coming daars.
Yeah, you know what, I'll just add here that right now we have 3 types of participants in our program. Number 1, who have bought a ticket and we are serving them dinner. Number 2, those who did not buy the ticket, they said that instead of feeding us, feed someone else.
That's right.
That's the second category. And the third category is that who did not get an opportunity to buy the ticket for this event, probably we were sold out, but they are able to watch this program on YouTube. So I want to tell all 3 categories that dinner is only a small part of it. The real thing is the spirit of giving. Right. So if you have not been able to get a dinner, or if you don't want the dinner, you really want to help someone, the opportunity is not going to end. During this program and even after that program, you are able to donate and feed someone else.
That's right. That's right.
Today or later.
Right. I mean, these events, the focus is not the dinner for us. I mean, the focus is to get people out and get involved so they can feed others as well, and at the same time they can enjoy a simple meal as well.
Yes.
So I'd like to thank all our viewers who are watching. Please, if you have not done so, and pass on the message to your family, to your relatives, your friends, to join us and view our program and learn about Humanity First programs and the projects we're doing here in Canada and around the globe. There's so many activities. I mean, we can be here for next 5-6 hours and go into detail about every single program, but today's program is limited. So we'll be talking about some specific programs and specific projects that we'll be working on. So talking about programs and projects, Dr. Saab, let's dig right into the international projects. By the grace of Allah, Humanity First is registered in over 50 countries around the world. We have 9 different programs. You see these nice program titles behind us: disaster relief, water for life, food security, global health, knowledge for life, community care, and refugee resettlement, which is unique to Canada. Which program and project has kept us busy in the last 12 months, you would say?
All of the programs have kept us busy, but when we started when the pandemic started, we at that time panicked actually, and we said we're going to shut down our capital projects. So we really stopped our construction projects, any capital projects we stopped, but we got busy with our global health program, where we started providing personal protective equipment and healthcare services across the world. In Canada, we provided provided more than 80,000 PPEs to hospitals, to doctors and nurses and other people. And in Africa, we have provided hundreds and thousands of those PPEs there. We continue to do our global health program by continue to run our hospitals, medical clinics in various areas. At the same time, we continue to sponsor refugees and resettle them, because they were scheduled to arrive in this period, and although the numbers decreased, but they still came, and we were busy in resettling them with new challenges of pandemic, of physical distancing, and all the other challenges. We had to adjust to that. We continue to do that. We stopped our Gift of Sight program just because the surgeries were not happening, but we restarted them back in September. So now Gift of Sight program has again started. In terms of disaster relief, I'm so proud to tell you that we are probably one of the very few organizations in the world who dispatched a disaster relief team during this pandemic. Our team right now is in Honduras providing relief to people of Honduras. Despite the fact that the COVID is in Canada, COVID isn't there, these doctors and the team member, the healthcare professionals and our logistics people who have gone there, when they come back, they're going to still take 2 weeks off to complete their quarantine.
So basically, they've taken 30 days off.
30 days off, and more actually. A couple of them are staying more longer than that. Then our biggest program that really kept us busy during this whole period was food security program. People panicked. People lost their jobs, their income was down, and the CERB and other funding that they were getting from the government was not enough for them. So they started relying on food bank for their food needs. They were able to barely pay the rent, and they came to us. So we saw a huge surge in the number of people asking for food from us. That kept us really busy during this whole program. Plus, orphans, we could not abandon this. Orphan care program continued.
Right.
We kept helping them. And similarly, our schools, Knowledge for Life, we switched to different methods. We continue to have our classes. Our school is back open right now.
And I believe in last year we built 2 schools, 3 schools, was it?
This year we have built 3 schools.
3
actually.
schools, exactly. Thank you, Dr. Saab. We're going to go into, further in the program, we'll be talking in depth about certain programs. For example, the global health, the refugee resettlement. We'll be talking about the disaster relief as well. So we do have a few segments that are coming up, and also our special COVID-19 relief efforts here in Canada as well. So we'll be talking about those in depth, in more depth. Now I'm going to take you to a video. The next video is from a supporter of Humanity First that has always supported us, not only with words, but by action as well. When he found out that we're holding this virtual dinner, he was one of the persons that went out and bought the ticket right away. He has been part of the Humanity First team, you can call him. So let's listen to a message from Honorable Stephen Lecce, Ontario's Minister of Education.
Good evening to all my friends of Humanity First. Thank you, first off, to Dr. Dowd for his leadership, and to the entire volunteer team for your commitments to humanity, both at home and abroad. You know, in our community, Humanity First is serving hundreds of families, thousands of residents at the food bank, but abroad. Tonight, we raised money in part to build a new hospital in the Ivory Coast to help the most unfortunate, and to ensure that those afflicted by natural disaster and by great difficulty, that they have the support that they deserve. And that is Humanity First's mission statement. It is to bring people together around causes and to ensure that those less fortunate continue to have dignity, healthcare, and education. I'm proud of your work, proud to support you and to donate tonight. And I just want to thank all the donors for being a part of this important evening. And I want to call on you to continue to be generous to help those at home and abroad through the life-saving work of Humanity First. Thank you and good evening.
For joining us. If you're joining us from across Canada, you're watching the Humanity First Humanity First virtual fundraising dinner. With me joining right now is respected Dr. Aslam Dawsab, who is the chairman of Humanity First Canada. If you're watching, please, I request you to pass on the message to your family and friends to also join us in this event. Dr. Saab, we were talking about earlier about the Humanity First international projects, and we talked about different projects. One of the projects that you mentioned was disaster relief. Humanity First is originally a disaster relief organization. We have done various different disasters. Now, if someone wants to get involved with disaster relief projects, how can they get involved with Humanity First?
It's very easy. The Humanity First organization is volunteer-based organization. Everyone who would like to participate in that is that they just have to register as a volunteer. We will start the processing the application. In order to become a disaster relief volunteer, we have a training program. It's a comprehensive training where they're told about how to respond to disaster, what to do in disaster zones and all that. So they have to take that course. Once they complete that course, they become our DR volunteer, and then we start deploying them. So especially if you're a doctor, nurse, paramedic, you're most welcome to join our team. And even if you're not one of those, if you're a logistics person, if you're an engineer, if you're a technical person, we need you, because the team consists of both healthcare professionals and technical people who are able to set up the medical camps over there and provide technical and support over there. So all you have to do is go on our website, register as a volunteer, and we'll continue, and we're going to start processing your request.
All right. Now, Knowledge for Life is one of the other programs you mentioned with the schools. I know we have done quite a bit of work in Nigeria, Niger, Cameroon, Congo. What kind of work do we do? Is it just construction of new schools, or are we doing anything else in that sense as well?
Knowledge for Life has got different components. The two branch offs is, one is the Learn a Skill program for adults, and Knowledge for Life for children. In the adults program, we have vocational training like computer training schools, sewing centers, and local skill development programs. In the other Knowledge for Life for children, we have various divisions. For example, we build the schools, we run schools, we do classroom transformation programs. We provide school supplies to the schools. We provide education and tutoring, and we provide a scholarship to the students. So these are different programs depending on the needs in the different countries. For example, in Canada, we only provide scholarships for the children. Or if a child needs camp support or a computer or book support, we will provide that. In African countries, we build schools, we transform classrooms, we provide school supplies to various schools. And also, if the child wants to go higher education and he's performed well, we support his higher education as well.
I see. So it depends on the location and the country and the needs of that area. Now, I know you touched upon the food security program. Food security is really vast. I mean, we have the food bank here. What else is under food security?
So food security is our flagship program where we provide food to people who need the food. We believe that the three things that we do in our responses, that number one is save lives, which is a disaster response activity. The second is that we provide water, and the number three is we provide food. These are the basic things, basic necessities of life, without which life cannot be sustained. So in our food security program, we are running food bank. This food bank is a national food bank where we provide food to anyone in need across Canada. In other parts of the world, we provide food assistance in situations of disasters or drought, or special situations like in pandemic, people were out of job in poor countries, so we were providing food over there.
Hampers,
annually, we provide meat distribution. People are not able to eat meat because of it's expensive. So we serve about 180,000 meals with meat in it in Africa and various countries.
Right. Now we're going to take a look at a video which covers the international projects, just to give you a little taste of what Humanity First does in various parts of the world.
सारे आलम में तुम खिदमत खल्क के काम करते रहो, काम आते रहो। सारे आलम में तुम खिदमत खल्क के काम करते रहो, काम आते रहो। तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो। तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो। चाहे सैलाब हो या कहत आ पड़े, कोई खाना न हो ना ही पानी मिले, चाहे सैलाब हो या कहत आ पड़े, कोई खाना न हो ना ही पानी मिले, तुम पिलाओ उन्हें खोद कर भी कुएं, भूख खाली शिकम की मिटाते रहो, तुम पिलाओ उन्हें खोद कर भी कुएं, भूख खाली शिकम की मिटाते रहो, तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो।
Welcome to the Humanity First Canada's virtual fundraising dinner. It's our pleasure to have you watching us. With me in the studio, two new gentlemen have just joined us in the panel. Let me introduce those two gentlemen. And the gentleman in the middle with the bright blue Humanity First logo shirt is Kareem Aziz Sahib. He's our Director of Finance, looks after all the finances, looks after all the donations that come in and also the expenses that we do. And the person beside Kareem Aziz Sahib is Dr. Ahsan Sahib, who's our program lead for the Global Health Program, and he's the guy that spends the money. So we have one person who collects and the other person spends. So gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's
So
our
it's
pleasure.
a pleasure to serve the humanity through our efforts that we could offer, and it's really a great pleasure in serving the humanity, and we are thankful that we are serving the humanity.
Thank you, Kareem sir.
I'll
Sir,
just
welcome.
continue Kareem Saab's comments. I mean, we do a lot of works, different, we do our jobs and anything, all of the stuff, but serving humanity first is the thing your soul feels like you did something. A lot of works you can do throughout your life, but when you help other people, that means different.
Right.
So thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. Kareem Saab, the number one question, I mean, we're doing a fundraising dinner, right? So we're raising funds for different projects. Can you share with us how does Humanity First raise funds and how does Humanity First spend those funds? Is it 50% of the portion of the funds go towards the projects? Is it 60%? What's the percentage when we look at different projects?
Right. So the sole difference between Humanity First and other charities all around the world is that we spend only 3 or 4% of our donations that we receive on expenses. So that is the unique factor of Humanity First. Even today, if you look at the floor that we are on, we have about 25 people, all accountants, doctors, educationists, IT employees. If you just total them up, it will be around $20,000 that we are spending on a day, and we have worked like for a week. So that only makes it about $150,000. So we have this unique feature in Humanity First that we do not spend money on luxurious cars, luxurious air travel, luxurious hotels, luxurious seminars. We spend money on these people. Where we have to spend, we have hospitals, we have clinics, we have food bank, we have 9 programs. We are only here to spend. Even the money that we received from governments, we don't spend it on our own travel or anything else. We spend it on humanity. Like all other humanity charities, we don't spend like that. That's our uniqueness in here.
And it just, you're basically saying the money that comes into Humanity First, when, for example, a donor that has donated $100 today, that money is going to go towards a project.
Right.
I just, since we're talking about the money, I just want to highlight one aspect of this program this evening. When Kareem Saab was talking about the funds that come in and the funds we spend, this event today is fully sponsored by someone. So all the money that has been raised pretty much are going directly 100% towards the different projects of Humanity First. Not only that, the directors, the key people in Humanity First, they're not paid, they're volunteers. Everyone else has their own commitments, their jobs, but they spend the extra hours with Humanity First as well. So that's another beauty of this organization. Dr. Saab, can you, sorry, I've got two doctors here, so they both look at me at the same time. So can you give us an update about our global health program? I mean, if someone is tuning in for the first time to our program, what's Humanity First Global Health Program?
So Global Health is our one of the leading project. I mean, project is a very small word for this program. We do have a lot of medical centers in Africa and Southeast Asia, in Bangladesh. We have a hospital, which is currently our flagship program, but it won't be very long because we're building another hospital. And our main goal of Humanity First Canada's Global Health Program is to serve people who can't be served otherwise. It's the communities who don't have the money to spend on basic health. I'm not talking about like getting operations or any other surgeries in luxury places. They don't have money to get food for 3 times a day. So our goal is to serve those people. And we have not only hospitals, we also have a free medical clinics, and our local teams go throughout underdeveloped communities to have a 1 or 2 day free medical clinics.
All right. Dr. Saab, you have been to the Senegal hospital. You spent a few days there as well. Can you give our audience a feel? I mean, they might have seen some videos and pictures, but can you give our audience a feel about the hospital, how it's set up and how it's serving people in that region?
Yes, we are very proud of this project that we started a few years ago, and the hospital is now running for about 2 years. So this hospital is a 30-bed hospital in Senegal, and the beauty of this hospital is that it has got a surgeon, a plastic surgeon who is also general surgeon. So we are one of the unique facilities that is providing medical care, obs and gynae care, plus plastic surgery. And we are seeing patients of all kinds of people. Anyone who cannot afford is providing free medical services over there. Those who can afford are able to pay very nominal fee over there just to sustain that hospital over there. And we are seeing an increased number of patients in those hospitals, and we are hoping that the numbers are going to continue to grow there.
Right.
So it provides all facilities like medical care, surgical care, intensive care, obs and gynae, pediatrics care, and plastic surgery as well.
It's safe to say it's probably one of the best hospitals in the area right now.
It is one of the very good
and
hospitals.
Some of the services that we provide are not available in that region.
That's true.
So many people come to our hospital as well.
Yes.
So if you have just tuned in, if you're just logging in, thank you for watching the Humanity First Canada virtual fundraising dinner. I'd like to remind our viewers, our listeners, that you can please take part in this program by sending us your questions or comments at 647-493-7722. That's the WhatsApp number. Send us your pictures of, if you received your dinner. Share with us. I will try to share them as well. If you have any questions about our programs or projects, if you have any questions for the panel, if you have any questions for Dr. Samdaw Sahib or any of the team members, please do send us questions or messages at 647-493-7722, and that's on the WhatsApp. We're going to take a short break and a quick video, and we'll be back right after this video.
सारे आलम में तुम खिदमत खल्क के काम करते रहो, काम आते रहो। सारे आलम में तुम खिदमत खल्क के काम करते रहो, काम आते रहो। तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो। तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो। चाहे सैलाब हो या कहत आ पड़े, कोई खाना न हो ना ही पानी मिले, चाहे सैलाब हो या कहत आ पड़े, कोई खाना न हो ना ही पानी मिले, तुम पिलाओ उन्हें खोद कर भी कुएं, भूख खाली शिकम की मिटाते रहो, तुम पिलाओ उन्हें खोद कर भी कुएं, भूख खाली शिकम की मिटाते रहो, तुम मसीहा बनो हर दुखी के लिए, दिल लुभाते रहो, गम बटाते रहो.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Humanity First virtual dinner. I'm joined in the studio with me. I have three panelists. I have the chairman of Humanity First Canada, Dr. Asmdaw Sahib. I have Kareem Aziz Sahib and Dr. Ehsan Sahib. I see we have quite a few questions coming in. So this program is informal. So if you have any questions, we might be jumping from one program to another program depending on your questions, your inquiries, depending on what information you need for Humanity First. Dr. Sahib, as I thought, we're going to get lots of questions on this topic today because it is one of our biggest projects. But before we go right into these questions, because these questions are related to the refugee sponsorship program, do you want to give just a high-level overview of what is our refugee sponsorship program?
Yes. So we're going to talk about this program. I'm just addressing the audience that we're going to talk about the refugee resettlement program in a bit. We will have more people in there and we're going to tell you more details about this program. But at this time, I'm just going to tell you that Humanity First is a refugee sponsorship and resettlement organization. We sponsor refugees from around the world and we resettle them in Canada. Stay tuned. We're going to give a lot more information in a little while.
Thank you, Dr. So let me put out these questions I'm getting so we can clear them as we go along. The first question, I'm not sure if they want me to read the name out, but I won't. I'll skip the name. Are there any program for refugees in Malaysia?
So there's a program in refugee for sponsorship in Malaysia. So we sponsor refugees from around the world. As I said, that we're going to talk about this in details there. So I would say that stay tuned. We are going to give general information. We are getting a lot of personal questions at how they can sponsor their refugees. I would say just stay tuned. We're going to give all the information in one go for all refugees there. So we have a program for around the world.
Around the world. So
yeah.
Our refugee sponsorship program is from people from all over the world. So we do have a segment on refugee sponsorship later on in the program. So please stay tuned. Hold on to your question. You can send in the questions and we'll answer those questions in that segment. And I believe right now we're going to have a short video and then we have a very exciting quiz game coming up. So I'm requesting all our people who are watching, if you would like to join us in the Kahoot game. We have some great prizes to give away as well.
There are a couple of other questions that are still waiting, so we can address those questions right now.
Actually, they're both related to the...
no, let's skip the refugee questions and we can go to the next other questions there.
How many... here's another question. So the question is, let's take this question. How can I have a position at Humanity First?
Yes, so we already touched base on that. So all you have to do is register as a volunteer. And if you are in Greater Toronto area, you can come to the office and volunteer there. If you're not in Greater Toronto area, then we will assign you to the local branch, or if you're out of Canada, then we're going to assign you to the local country over there, and you can become a volunteer there. It's all you have to do is right now is go to humanityfirst.ca and register as a volunteer.
And there's a volunteer form on the website.
Yes.
And there's no expertise required. You don't have to have experience in anything. I mean, bring your expertise with you. We have vast area of areas where you can volunteer, and you can also learn from Humanity First as well. I believe we have a respected Amir Sahib who's joining us on the program. So, do we have respected Amir Sahib online?
While Amir Sahib is coming online, I will just add here that people who are interested in volunteering with us, there is an opportunity for everyone, whether you're a doctor, nurse, paramedic, engineer, accountant, or any background. We have some work for you.
Yes.
So I encourage you, we need volunteers, yes. We need people with leadership skills.
Yes.
There's a lot of opportunity here.
Yes, yes.
And easy to register is only to go to humanityfirst.ca. humanityfirst, one word, .ca, and there's a volunteer registration form.
Yes. And if you live, in GTA, if you live close by to our food bank, please do drop by. When you come here, you'll see firsthand the work we do. We can give you a presentation of different opportunities for you to volunteer, and there's so many different. If you have a marketing background, for example, and if you like to help us out with marketing or press or media or designing, as simple as designing, marketing material, there's so many opportunities. Just come in and join us, and we'll be happy to get you going on this. Next, it is my pleasure to welcome our next guest, respected Lal Khan Malik Sahib, the National President and Amir of Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Canada. I believe we have Amir Sahib on the phone or Zoom. Yes, Amir Sahib, Jazakallah, we can see you. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Amir Sahib. Jazakallah, I know you had a busy schedule today, and you took time out especially to join our program, and we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us. Amir Sahib, the floor is yours. You are welcome to say anything you like. We have quite a few listeners and people watching our program throughout Canada.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome salam.
By the grace of Allah, today Humanity First is holding its first virtual fundraising dinner. Jazakumullah ta'ala for all those who have joined and are participating in this event. May Allah accept your sacrifices. In the Holy Quran, we have the guidance in the following words: "You are the best people." In the following words, raised for the good of mankind. This gives us the message that we are the best people so long as we are in service of mankind, service of humanity. So, as long as we are in the service of humanity, Allah would make us the best of the people. As a Muslim Ummah, yes, we are the best people, but each one of us should see how much one of us we are engaged in a personal capacity. We are the service of humanity. In a personal capacity, we have a very interesting piece which indicates how important it is to be in the service of our fellow human beings. To be in the service of it is stated that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that on the day of judgment, Allah would ask his servant I was hungry, oh son of Adam, I was hungry, and you knew about it, but you did not feed me. You knew about it. A man would be surprised. He would say, Lord of all the world, how could I feed you? You are the Lord of the world. You have created the heaven and the earth. Allah would say, yes, you could feed me. Yes, in the form that it was such and such person who was hungry, and you knew about it. He was your neighbor. You did not feed him. If you had fed him, you would have received the reward from me. And Allah would again say, O son of Adam, I was thirsty. O son of Adam, you could have provided me drink, but you did not provide me the drink. Again, the servant of Allah would say, my Lord, how could I give you drink? You are the creator of the heaven and the earth. How could I give you a drink? Allah would again say, such and such of my servant was thirsty, such of my servant was. You could have given him a drink, but you did not take. If you would have given him a drink, you would have found the reward. And again Allah would say, O son of Adam, I was sick. O son of Adam, you knew that I was sick. And again the person would say, oh my Lord, how person would say, oh my Lord, Allah would say such and such my servant. Allah would say such and such my servant. You knew about it, but you did not visit him. Had you visited him, you would have found him there. You would have these various ways attracts our attention to the fact that we should look around and whosoever we find is indeed in distress and we are able to feed him, we are able to provide him for his needs, it should be our utmost duty that we should be our utmost duty parts of our faith. One is our relationship with our Lord, and the second one is our relationship with the fellow human. The second one is in the relationship with our fellow human beings. What would count is how much helping we were to the other human beings. In the light of the above these, we should always be looking around and try to find and be helped who is in need. Today, due to the various difficulties in the world, the COVID, the war, the natural calamities, a large number of people are facing difficulties, facing thirst for drinking water, and there are other problems, lack of facilities. And by grace of Allah, we are living in a country which is among the best countries in the world. We are enjoying the best health service. Terms of food and drink. This should make us realize that these thousands of people scattered around in need, we should help them. But it is not possible for each one of us separately to find those people, to reach those people, to alleviate their suffering. But through Humanity First, we have a vehicle, a means that if we contribute to Humanity First, it reaches those who are in need. By grace of Allah, Humanity First, when it was inaugurated in 1995 by Sayyidina Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV, may Allah have mercy on him. At that time, its basic focus was during providing relief during the disasters. So it was a disaster relief organization. But during the times of peace, and we have seen that even if there is no war, humanity is facing various other problems which are as serious as the results of war. And there is constant need of people who are facing difficulties on various scores. So by grace of Allah, today that you have assembled in this virtual dinner for fundraising, you are fortunate that you have said yes to this call. And please spread this word to the other members of the Jamaat and the community also, that here is an organization by helping which we can be helping those who are in need, and we can be among the best people in the eyes of the world if we take part in this charity work. I thank you very much for listening to me, and I pray that Allah may accept the sacrifices of all those who have said yes to this call for virtual dinner for fundraising for Humanity First. May Allah accept the sacrifices of all the donors. Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah Mir Sahab. We're truly very appreciative of you of joining us this evening. Unfortunately, there was a technical issue. The volume audio was not able to get relayed to our listeners. I've requested our team here to replay that video later on in this program. So inshallah, we'll play your message again in this program later on. I've asked them to get the recording and somehow play the video later on in this program. But we were able to hear you here in the studio. For some reason, the audio was not relayed to the external program. So I do apologize for that. And inshallah, we'll try to get the recording. We'll play later on this program. Again, thank you so much for joining us, Mir Sahab. You're welcome to stay with us for the rest of the program if you like. If you're busy, we completely understand. And I'd like to thank you for always supporting Humanity First. Whenever we needed your assistance, whenever we needed your prayers, whenever we needed your support, you were always there. So Jazakumullah jaza.
Thank you.
Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum. We had some issues with the audio in the back end. Team is working on it. So I do apologize to our listeners and viewers at home. It's all volunteers in the back end working. So please bear with us. Inshallah, we'll get that fixed. I hope you can hear us. Please do let us know that you can hear us properly in the studio. And inshallah, we'll try to get Amir Saab's message replayed later on in this program once that issue is resolved. So I do apologize on behalf of our team here. Dr. Saab, we wanted to continue and touch upon some of the healthcare program. Then we have another segment lined up. I mean, we've been doing fundraising for the Ivory Coast Hospital for a little bit now as well. And this part of the portion of the funds raised from this evening's program is also going towards the hospital as well. Can you give us a brief update on that hospital and what's happening with that project, please?
Yeah, sure. So Ivory Coast Hospital is our next big project. This is going to be a project, the major project for next couple of years. So it's a hospital that we are building in Ivory Coast, and it's going to be about 35 to 40 bed hospital, and it's going to cost us roughly about $3 million US.
Okay.
So it's a big project. What we are trying to do there is we're trying to build a state-of-the-art hospital where specialists from around the world will be able to go there and provide the first world quality medical care and surgical care in that hospital. That is why it's a big project, it's an expensive project, and it's an outlier. Normally our projects are much, much lower budget, a smaller budget, but in that area we have seen that there's a need for a larger project, a bigger project, where a high quality service can be provided. So we have the land, we are in process of registration, the architects are designing, we are revising those designs at this time, and we hope that the project will be shovel ready in early next year to mid next year, and then the construction will be very fast after that. But we are in desperate need of funds. In order to make this project shovel ready, we'll have to have at least 70 to 80% of the pledges collected. We have pledges up to 50% of the cost, but we are looking for more pledges and more funds to be able to build this hospital. So what we are requesting our donors and supporters is to come forward and make a pledge for this hospital. You can make that payment in next 1 to 2 years. We are looking for large sums of amount. Come up with pledges of $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, because this is not a small project. It's going to cost us a lot to provide a hospital care. Just to give you a comparison, a hospital in Canada, much bigger size of hospital, like 600 bed hospital, costs about $1.8 billion. The hospital that is being built, that has already been built right now in Vaughan, that's cost $1.8 billion. So that is going to provide a large population. It's a big hospital, multidisciplinary, providing a large size of population. Obviously, we cannot do that in third world country. We don't have the resources, we don't have the funds. But providing a state-of-the-art hospital in even a much smaller version costs a lot of money. And $3 million is a small budget for such a hospital. So with this kind of money, we will be able to build a hospital and provide that services, specialized services in that part of the world. But for that, we definitely need money. The faster the money comes to us, the faster this project will be completed. So I request all our viewers, if you have not already made a pledge in the last telethon, please make a pledge today. How much you're going to make. You can send us the message through your WhatsApp, or if you want to make a large pledge, I welcome you to call us. Those who are participating through our Zoom link, there's a telephone number to call us. You can call us and tell us your pledge. We are requesting businesses, if you're watching this program, to come up with a pledge. You don't have to pay it right now. You can pay it next year sometime. But we are looking for large pledges. It cannot happen without large pledges, but it does not stop from our individual donors to give smaller amounts. Even if you're making a donation of $5, $10, $20, $100 or $200 today, that is, every little bit is going to contribute to that hospital. And just to do it faster, we are looking for large pledges, but it's not stopping you from giving smaller donations as well.
Dr. Saab, on the same topic of global health, a question came into our chat, was that during COVID-19 pandemic in Canada and across, what did humanity do besides serving food?
We did a lot of things. So first of all, the priority was that people should not be hungry. And that's why we took a major undertaking that we are going to serve food to anyone and whoever asks for food. We are going to provide food across Canada. That was our major project.
Right.
Then, in addition to that, we provided, it was very important for our doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals to be protected, they're safe. There was a shortage of personal protective equipment, especially the face shield, the masks and everything. So our team of medical students came up with an idea to use 3D printers. To mass produce face shields. Right. And we were able to provide those face shields to about 80,000 of them in hospitals in Canada. Then we in Africa, in about 11 countries, we provided face shields, other gowns, masks, gloves to all the hospitals that are connected to the Humanity First, so that our medical and healthcare professionals are safe, and those patients who are coming to see, they are safe. So that was the healthcare work that we provided. In addition to that, we continue to provide the refugee resettlement work over here. People came, we adjusted to the new normal and continue to settle them, provide them support during this COVID pandemic. One other thing that we did was we assisted our senior citizens and handicapped people by doing their groceries. People used to call us and they would say that they need groceries or prescription picked up. Right. So our team of volunteers would go to the grocery store, pick up the groceries for them and go and deliver to them. So that was another thing that we did. Similarly, our food delivery was customized based on the local communities, and we delivered those food to the low-income homes, to senior citizens, physically challenged people. That continued, we provided that there. And then there were some other people who need specialized care. They wanted to talk to someone. Right. So we provided them counseling service. Yes. They could call our number and we would connect to one of our counselors. Right. And then we also started telemedicine service. Right. Where people call us and we would provide them medical consultation, prescriptions and other services through that. So there were a number of things that we did during this COVID-19.
Right. I mean, as soon as COVID-19 hit, I think I remember the first thing we did was we started this campaign telling people that Humanity First is now closed. I mean, everything was shutting down, businesses were shutting down, people were locked down, schools were shutting down, and people thought we were also closed. So soon, I remember in March, we were planning and we did this mass campaign that we're now closed. If you need help, we're still open. Along with that, we took the initiative of passing on the messages from the Prime Minister, from the government, from the local officials to ensure that people got those messages around COVID-19 and what precautions they should take, whether it's simple as washing your hands, wearing a mask, et cetera, et cetera. So we got that message out through Humanity First as well, and then everything fell in play afterwards, whether it's food or medical supplies. Yeah,
it may seem trivial now if retrospectively that you did, but we were one of the first organizations that immediately jumped on educating people.
That's right.
We provided posters, we had health education. We actually assisted communities how they can protect themselves.
Yes.
What is quarantine? What is self-isolation? Yes. What are the precautions they need to take? Hand sanitizers, how to use sanitizers, how to use of masks. Yes. We actually distributed large quantities of masks to people in this area also. So now it seems normal, but imagine when this was something which was not comprehensible. We did that in March. And we were one of the leading organizations that provided this service and education to people.
I mean, I remember we had a good supply of the hand sanitizers, which we were able to provide to senior homes as well. And exactly. So, no, Jazakallah, thank you. I hope that answers your question. COVID-19 has affected us all. But at the same time, it did not stop Humanity First from doing what it does best, and that is to respond to disasters. Now we're going to take a short break and we're going to listen or watch a video, and I believe the video is ready by our team. The video is called "This Is Our Duty." So what is Humanity First? So let's take a quick look at the video and then we'll come back with the game Kahoot. In the meantime, while the video is playing, I can tell you one thing. Please go to kahoot.it and have your mobile phones ready. We're going to play an interesting game, and there's some great prizes to give away as well. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Under our Global Health Program, the brand new 35-bed Humanity First Hospital in Senegal, the Masrour Centre Médical Social, is ready. The hospital has medical and surgical facilities, X-ray and ultrasound imaging, a medical laboratory, and ICU facilities. We are also working on setting up 2 more medical centers in Nigeria and Congo. Under our Gift of Sight program, we have conducted over 500 cataract eye surgeries per year over the past 3 years. That is, over 1,500 people are now able to see due to our generous donors and supporters.
Humanity First should seek to be at the forefront of providing aid and assistance, no matter where in the world or which communities they hail from. We should be there to wipe away the tears of those who have been left bereft, heartbroken and vulnerable. The sole ambition and aspiration of Humanity First should always be to alleviate the physical and mental suffering of mankind. This is your mission. This is your duty. This is your faith.
Humanity First International is a charity established in the United Kingdom in 1995 to promote and safeguard human life and dignity, and now has registered operations in 53 countries. Our global network of 2,000 volunteers and 400 medical staff ensure that we can deliver significantly more aid value in the field from funds raised, providing immediate disaster relief whilst also developing and nurturing long-term projects dedicated to healthcare, education, clean water, vocational training, and the care of orphans. We are focused in 8 specialised relief programmes. Water for Life. Almost 1 billion people still live without access to safe drinking water and improved sanitation, and as a result suffer health problems and crippling poverty. Humanity First believes that access to clean water is a right and not a privilege. Our Water for Life programme offers a range of clean water solutions for villages and small towns in low-income countries, as well as proper sanitation facilities. Water for Life is active in 19 countries across Asia, Africa, and Central America. Humanity First also lobbies for the change through the End Water Poverty Alliance. Across East Africa, over 200 village water projects have been completed in Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. Most of these have been traditional hand pumps, but in Uganda, the team have also done gravity-fed systems, spring water protection, and valley dams. Every day, over 430,000 people across East Africa access water through our installations. Sub-Saharan Africa suffers hugely from a lack of water in hot desert conditions. Our teams are active in 13 countries in West Africa, deploying foot pumps, hand pumps, and solar boreholes. So far, over 1,700 installations have been completed in the Gambia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Mali, Benin, Niger, Togo, Ghana, and Nigeria. Across West Africa, every day, almost 2 million people access safe drinking water through our installations. Our Water for Life projects in Asia include installations of 11 megaflow pumping stations in Muzaffarabad, Pakistan, following the 2005 earthquake, and building over 650 water wells in the semi-desert region of Tari near Sindh. It is estimated that 1.6 million people have benefited from these initiatives. With the recent Rohingya crisis, teams are working in Kutupalong camp in southern Bangladesh, deploying dozens of tube water wells and temporary toilet blocks for the refugees. We did the same in Indonesia, following natural disasters, and have been deploying better toilet blocks in schools in the region. Worldwide, there have been over 2,800 water installations, providing services for over 4.1 million people, improving health and transforming rural communities. Knowledge for life. In many countries, children have limited access to education and often do not complete their studies. It is estimated that 75 million children do not attend school, according to UNESCO. Humanity First provides equal access to education, irrespective of gender or social standing. We are building and running schools and vocational training centres and offering subsidised education. We have 34 schools and 11 under construction. We have already assisted over 150,000 people. Food security. People are at risk of malnutrition through food insecurity for various reasons. Humanity First aims to empower these people where possible, to enable them to get themselves out of poverty. This includes food banks and pantries in higher income communities, and assistance for farming communities in low-income countries to move from subsistence to commercial farming through solutions to increase crop yields, reduce wastage, and technology to help turn raw crops into higher value food products. Every year, our food security program assists over 400,000 beneficiaries. Global health. We look to offer access to decent quality healthcare in low-income regions. There is an insufficient capacity of trained clinicians or knowledge of emerging clinical techniques and treatments, which compounds the problem. Humanity First is building new hospitals and clinic facilities, training clinicians, providing medical supplies and resources, and offering outreach medical camps. We currently operate 8 hospitals and have run hundreds of medical camps and clinics where over 135,000 patients have been treated. Gift of sight. There are many visually impaired people around the world, but in low-income countries, this exacerbates the effects of poverty. Typically, children with refractive error issues cannot study effectively and drop out of education, whilst the elderly start to suffer from conditions such as glaucoma and cataracts. Humanity First offers free or subsidised consultations, prescription glasses, and cataract surgery. We are also deploying mobile surgery units in Africa. Over 15,000 patients have benefited so far. Disaster relief. Humanity First has responded to over 133 disaster events in 63 countries across 6 continents and assisted over 1 million victims of earthquakes, floods, droughts, conflicts, and other types of disaster events. Humanity First offers a range of services including emergency medicine, shelter, food and water, sanitation, and hygiene. Orphan care. Across the world, it is estimated that over 100 million children, over 7% of all children, are orphaned as a result of conflict or health issues. The majority of these children are in low-income settings in Africa, South Asia, or South America. These are the most vulnerable children at risk of exploitation and poverty. Humanity First aims to provide orphans with a secure upbringing and the best chance to become independent in later life. This includes looking after their health, food and lodging, education, and training needs.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Humanity First virtual fundraising dinner. We do appreciate you joining us and learning more about the Humanity First projects. We have a few more segments to come in the next hour. One of them is our team that is in Honduras right now. They will be joining us live as well from Honduras. And also after that, we will have a segment on the refugee sponsorship program. There's going to be some information given out. We'll be answering your questions that as well. At this time, I have a very important announcement to make. Those of you that order dinner, the dinner is being delivered between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. your local time. So if you're in Calgary, based on your local time, the dinner is being delivered between 6 and 7. So throughout the country, we have received some reports that some of the drivers that we have made deal with to deliver are asking for money. So please do not give any money to any drivers that deliver food to you. All that has been paid for. So if you have by any chance, or if someone insists, please take their name, their ID, and we will deal with the delivery companies. But please do not give any money to any driver that delivers food at your door. The dinner has been taken care of, has been paid for, so you don't have to worry about that aspect. It's all done through a much larger network through our head office here. So there's no need to pay anything to any driver. So please do not pay. Now, you just watched a couple of videos, and one of those videos was the words of Huzur Anwar. Humanity First works under the guidance of His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad Khalifatul Masih. He's the patron-in-chief of Humanity First. And the video has some very powerful words that we should ponder upon, and this is what Humanity First stands for, and this is what the volunteers of Humanity First strive to do when they work on various projects. Huzur Anwar said, no matter where in the world or which community they hail from, Humanity First should seek to provide relief to those mired in poverty or hardship. This is your mission, this is your duty, and this is your faith. This is your mission, this is your duty, and this is your faith. Those are the three words, sentences that we here at Humanity First live by, that we take it upon ourselves as our duty, our mission, our faith to help humanity, and this was the main purpose of having Humanity First. So the name itself says it all. Now, moving on to the next segment, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have few Kahoot games, and we'll be giving out some really nice prizes. So get your phones ready. You can see it on the screen, kahoot.it. I have my friend here. So a couple of the university students got together and they said, we want to do this at the program. I said, sure, why not? And we even sent out a message to various businesses and said, would you like to donate some items that we can give out for the Kahoot game? And it's amazing that as soon as the message goes out, so many people contacted us and so many people donated many items that we could use as prizes. So we have quite a few nice prizes. Sorry, Mubarak, I'm taking some of your words. We have some Amazon gift cards. I'll just name couple of sponsors. Designed by Hira, I believe, Mona's Trends and Faraz Extravaganza. Then we have Dolphin Cleaners from Calgary as well, and a few others who have donated some prizes that don't want their name to be announced. So I'm going to hand the stage over to Mubarak, who's here with me, and Fuad, who's sitting at the control, and we're going to start the Kahoot game. So Mubarak, it's all yours.
Yes, as Mubashir Bhai has graciously mentioned that we're going to be doing a Kahoot game, and as you can see on the TV, you can see on your screen, the code for tonight is 1649417. So just go on kahoot.it, that's KAHOOT.IT, and just put in the code 1649417. And when you're entering your full name, if you can enter your full name, please do so. If it's not fitting, that's all okay. But please enter your full name and try to enter the last 4 digits of your phone number as well. That will be really helpful when we're trying to reach out afterwards. So if you're able to do that, that would be great. Basically, how the quiz is going to work is that there's going to be 3 sessions throughout the night, and there's going to be 5 questions in each session. Not only does the correct answer matter, what the other thing that matters is how quick you're able to enter your answer. So the quicker you are able to enter your answer, the more points you get. Sometimes there might be a delay because of the YouTube stream, so you have about 30 seconds from the minute you see the actual question to the final time when the timer is up for you to enter your answer. So please do so ASAP because you also get more points that way.
So we have about 145 participants. So let's give them a couple more seconds. I think we'll probably expect more.
Yeah, for sure. And as Mubashir Bhai has mentioned, that there's a lot of different gift cards available. Amazon gift cards. I believe there's also Amazon Echo Dot. There's a Dyson vacuum also available. So there's a lot available, a lot at stake, and whoever is able to get in, they will be able to win some of them.
So we're reaching almost 170 participants, which is good. So I think let's give it another few seconds, and then we'll start the game.
For sure.
If you're able to change your profile, that'll be good. If you can have your first name and the last 4 numbers of your phone, so we can identify you to make sure that you are the right winner at the end. So if you do win a prize, please do let us know right away, and we'll keep a track as well.
For sure. Yeah, that's. So I believe we're almost there. So we will start shortly, but we're still waiting on a few members to join. So these questions are really just going to be testing both general knowledge, common knowledge on Humanity First, just general current affairs, or it could just be about the presentations we just had. So again, this isn't your only chance because there's a couple other sessions coming up, but this is one of the 3. So make sure you do put some value on it. And I believe we're reaching almost 200 members.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems that we're almost there, and we will be starting within the next I'll say 30 seconds or so, just because there's such a large influx of people coming in.
So we have quite a few viewers throughout Canada. Some are watching on YouTube, and few are on Zoom as well. So we can give them another 10 seconds to join.
For sure.
And while we're waiting for that, some of the questions that are in the Kahoot game are from this program.
Mm-hmm.
They are related to Humanity First, of course, and there's some general knowledge questions as well. So we're going to only have 5 questions per game, and we'll try to have 3 or 4 games during the program. So please do listen to the program attentively, because some of the answers are actually in the program. So that will help you as well. So what's the total right now?
Okay, so it seems like it seems like we have enough people to start,
okay,
and
let's start.
we will get started then. And we are starting. So the first quiz for the night is more of a general question, and it's what country's flag is this? So there's 4 options: Senegal, Indonesia, Belize, and Ghana.
That's not the question.
And it seems like it's a different question maybe this round. So it seems when was humanity first founded? 1990, 1995, 2000, and 2005. So these are the first 4 options for the first question. When was humanity first founded? There's a lot of hints throughout the presentation, and it seems like all the answers are pouring in. Make sure you get them in as soon as you can, because when you get the answer in also has to do with the points you have. So we have approximately over 180 answers so far, and it's blowing up. It's continuing, and it seems like it's ended. And at least it seems like so far Alicia Unver has the most points at 989. So that's so far for that question. But the next question is: in which of these countries has humanity first built a hospital? We have Haiti, we have Senegal, we have Nigeria, and we have Cameroon. So we have at Humanity First, we have many projects going on. We've built many hospitals, and one of these countries is one of the ones where we have built a hospital. So as soon as you're able to answer, just quickly get that answer in. And we also are building one, as you know, in the Ivory Coast right now. We have built one in Guatemala. So just one of these other ones has a hospital in it, and we already have over 200 answers. So make sure you get your answers in as quick as you can. And it seems like again, Chavez has taken the lead. And the third question is: what country's flag is this? So there are 4 options, again, as mentioned before: Senegal, Indonesia, Belize, and Ghana. So again, this is more of a common knowledge question. So try to get your answers in as soon as possible, and we can see who's going to take the lead this time around. and it seems like we're almost there. We're almost near our threshold, and we're just about there. Again, sometimes it can get confusing, especially if you didn't take geography class in high school. So we're nearly there. And I believe we are at the threshold. And Senegal was the right answer. Only 54 people got it right though. But let's see who's at the top. Saima is now at the top with Salma.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Almost 3,000 points. And the next question, the fourth out of the fifth question of this round, is how many individuals received Gurbani donations in 2019? So the options are 100,000 plus, 140,000 plus, 160,000 plus, and 180,000 plus Gurbani.
Thank you.
How many those are the number of individuals who received Gurbani donations in 2019. Every year we do take Gurbani donations and provide meat to families in other countries. So that's the basis of this question. But the question is, how many individuals did we provide Gurbani donations to in 2019? And we're just near the threshold soon. So get your answers in. And it seems the answer was indeed more than 160,000 individuals. And I believe we did see a little bit of a boost in the in the rankings. So the last question for the night is, how many water wells and hand pumps were built in the last year? We do have a lot of programs for clean water, especially because it's a privilege here in Canada, but it's not readily available for everyone in other countries. We provide many different water solutions, and two of the most common ones are water wells and hand pumps. Combined, so it basically asking combined between water wells and hand pumps, how many were built in the last year? And the options again are 14, 32, 50, and 66. So make sure you get your answers in. It seems like we're just near the threshold, and we should be complete soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we 66 was the right answer, and the majority of the individuals did get it. So far in this round, third was
Babarata.
and the second place was
Mirza Ahmed.
Yep, and the first place for this rouse.
Habs greater than Leaves. We have a Habs fan.
Yeah, we do.
Perfect. So stay in touch. We'll be in touch with the winners as well. So I request the winners, those three winners, text us at 647-493-7722, and then we'll go from there. Thank you, Mubaris.
No
we have a couple more games coming up.
Sure, yeah.
So please stay tuned. We have 2 more games as well. If time permits, maybe even 3 games. So stay tuned. We're going to take a short break for a video, and then we're going to move on to our next segment. We'll be taking you live to Honduras. Chale, you're gone.
Humanity First International is a charity established in the United Kingdom in 1995 to promote and safeguard human life and dignity, and now has registered operations in 53 countries. Our global network of 2,000 volunteers and 400 medical staff ensure that we can deliver significantly more aid value in the field from funds raised, providing immediate disaster relief whilst also developing and nurturing long-term projects dedicated to healthcare, education, clean water, vocational training, and the care of orphans. We are focused in 8 specialised relief programmes. Water for Life. Almost 1 billion people still live without access to safe drinking water and improved sanitation, and as a result suffer health problems and crippling poverty. Humanity First believes that access to clean water is a right and not a privilege. Our Water for Life programme offers a range of clean water solutions for villages and small towns in low-income countries, as well as proper sanitation facilities. Water for Life is active in 19 countries across Asia, Africa, and Central America. Humanity First also lobbies for the change through the End Water Poverty Alliance. Across East Africa, over 200 village water projects have been completed in Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. Most of these have been traditional hand pumps, but in Uganda, The team have also done gravity-fed systems, spring water protection, and valley dams. Every day, over 430,000 people across East Africa access water through our installations. Sub-Saharan Africa suffers hugely from a lack of water in hot desert conditions. Our teams are active in 13 countries in West Africa, deploying foot pumps, hand pumps, and solar boreholes. So far, over 1,700 installations have been completed in the Gambia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Mali, Benin, Niger, Togo, Ghana, and Nigeria. Across West Africa, every day, almost 2 million people access safe drinking water through our installations. Our Water for Life projects in Asia include installations of 11 megaflow pumping stations in Muzaffarabad, Pakistan, following the 2005 earthquake, and building over 650 water wells in the semi-desert region of Tari near Sindh. It is estimated that 1.6 million people have benefited from these initiatives. With the recent Rohingya crisis, teams are working in Kutupalong camp in southern Bangladesh, deploying dozens of tube water wells and temporary toilet blocks for the refugees. We did the same in Indonesia, following natural disasters, and have been deploying better toilet blocks in schools in the region. Worldwide, there have been over 2,800 water installations, providing services for over 4.1 million people, improving health and transforming rural communities. Knowledge for life. In many countries, children have limited access to education and often do not complete their studies. It is estimated that 75 million children do not attend school, according to UNESCO. Humanity First provides equal access to education, irrespective of gender or social standing. We are building and running schools and vocational training centres and offering subsidised education. We have 34 schools and 11 under construction. We have already assisted over 150,000 people. Food security. People are at risk of malnutrition through food insecurity for various reasons. Humanity First aims to empower these people where possible, to enable them to get themselves out of poverty. This includes food banks and pantries in higher income communities, and assistance for farming communities in low-income countries to move from subsistence to commercial farming through solutions to increase crop yields, reduce wastage, and technology to help turn raw crops into higher value food products. Every year, our food security program assists over 400,000 beneficiaries. Global health. We look to offer access to decent quality healthcare in low-income regions. There is an insufficient capacity of trained clinicians or knowledge of emerging clinical techniques and treatments, which compounds the problem. Humanity First is building new hospitals and clinic facilities, training clinicians, providing medical supplies and resources, and offering outreach medical camps. We currently operate 8 hospitals and have run hundreds of medical camps and clinics where over 135,000 patients have been treated. Gift of sight. There are many visually impaired people around the world, but in low-income countries, this exacerbates the effects of poverty. Typically, children with refractive error issues cannot study effectively and drop out of education, whilst the elderly start to suffer from conditions.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. You're watching Humanity First virtual dinner. I'm used to telethon. So you're watching the virtual fundraising dinner from here at Humanity First headquarters in Vaughan. Thank you for joining us. I know we have quite a few viewers who are watching this program on YouTube. They're watching and have joined us on Zoom as well. So thank you for joining us. Please pass on the message to family and friends to also join and watch this program, because you're going to get lots of information that will motivate you to also become part of Humanity First by either volunteering or donating. Thank you. We had amazing Zoom Kahoot game right now. So we had, I think, over 200 participants, which is a good number. Next, we have our team. We're going to go live in Honduras. So we have our team that's on the ground, ready to talk to us, and you can probably see them on the screen. Humanity First is a primarily relief organization. Every year we have different, disasters, natural disasters. Last year we were in Hurricane Dorian, and the two gentlemen you see on the screen, they were actually in Bahamas last year responding to the Hurricane Dorian, and then we also responded to earthquake in Philippines as well with different projects. So right now our team in Honduras, as you can see on the screen, we have Brian Wilson. Brian, wave at us. Who's the Humanity First Disaster Response Team lead for the emergency medical team, and beside him is Hassan Naeem, who's the deputy team lead for the emergency team. Team 1. So thank you, both of you, joining us. I'm now going to do the talking. I know you guys are on ground. You had a very long day. Tell us about your mission right now. What are you doing in Honduras? What have you guys done so far? And what have you seen firsthand? Give our viewers a taste of what you're going through and what people are going through after the hurricane there.
Well, thanks so much. I guess I'll start off by saying good evening, bonsoir, buenas tardes, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Honduras. This is our emergency medical team on behalf of Humanity First. We were asked to deploy by the Honduras government, and we've now arrived in country, and we've been treating patients for 8 days. So that means we've been sending mobile medical teams out, and we have treated roughly 600 patients over the last 8 days. With an excellent team of clinicians and logistical support. So in behind me, we've set up a mock of our clinic site, I guess, and I'm going to take you and walk you through it, and I'll introduce you to some of our team members, and certainly we'll ask some questions, and hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what we're doing, but we couldn't do it without donor support. So to all of you that have joined for the dinner tonight, thank you. It's through your good donations and through your work that makes it possible for us to come down and help people in these times of need. Oh, Hassan's my camera guy, so he's flipping over other duties as assigned.
That'll be perfect. If you can give us a tour and also introduce the other team members, sure. Just give us a walkthrough of what you guys do when you are on the ground there.
Can you hear me okay still?
Yep, we can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. Okay, so because we're a Type 1 mobile team, we're expected to be completely mobile and go to different sites every day. That means that we take these tent structures in behind us, and all of our kit that you're seeing here goes in the back of pickup trucks, and we have vehicles to transport all of our personnel, and we go to various locations in and around San Pedro Sula, which is an area that's been heavily impacted by both hurricanes Ida and Iota. So typically patient flow, when we set up our clinic, a member of the public comes in and is introduced and met by our triage nurse. This is Robin, and Robin is welcoming our patients and sort of walking through the process. So Robin, what happens when you receive a patient here?
Well, we've gotten the opportunity to work very closely with the local Honduran nurses and doctors. So often they assist in translation and assist with triage to identify patients with the highest needs. And then from that point, we register them in order to complete the charting. This year, obviously, things are a bit different. We also have to do COVID screening and then temperature checks on all patients that come through.
Awesome. Thanks so much. So after they go to you, Robin, where do they go next?
So then when the clinicians are ready to see them, they would come up, and then Dr. Fong or one of our other lovely clinicians would come and start to see them.
Wonderful. So Dr. Fong, thanks. Dr. Fong is a member of the Canadian Medical Assistance Teams that's down with our organization and helping us in providing our emergency medical team services. So Dr. Fong, when a patient comes to you, how does that process unfold?
So I call a patient over from the triage area, and normally they're seated in this clinical area here. So let me just give you a little kind of sample of what things usually look like. So usually there may be a couple chairs here, but sometimes the patient can also rest in this stretcher. Right now we kindly have Jorge Antonio, one of our local excellent. He's been an excellent interpreter for us, and he's modeling as a patient right now. And so we have our portable stretchers, and then underneath the stretcher, we have some rescue equipment, as well as medication bags. So these are our portable medication bags. We have to have a way of really transporting medications in a way that we could possibly be enabled to do visits apart from the clinic. For example, there was one day where we actually did a home visit and walked up quite a flight of stairs and a hill just to visit a patient who was less mobile due to a foot problem that she had. So these are our portable med bags. We have some more rescue equipment over there. And then this is our personal protective equipment station. So we like to maintain the same standard of personal protective equipment, or as close to it as we possibly can, compared to our native work environments in Canada. So, for example, these are portable gowns that we have here, and we wear them whenever somebody screens positive for COVID. And then we have a sharps container here, and behind that is our masked adult and pediatric, and then we have gloves. And then we have various meters for measuring blood pressure and glucose. And then we have our medications over here. I'm just going to hand over.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that. One of our other team members is Dr. Butler. So, Doc Butler, maybe you can walk through how we set up our clinical areas and what are some of the challenges that you're facing working in this heat and the current pandemic situation?
Yeah, I mean, there's no question that seeing patients for a disaster relief mission is different now that COVID is here. We have to consider how we set up these medical clinics very carefully and ensure that there is good, adequate social distancing, as well as wear all of our personal protective equipment, which is obviously in 36 degrees of heat, can certainly be a challenge. But to ensure the safety of our crew and our team, we have taken all the precautions necessary.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Doc. The other part of our team is the logistical side. We can't get our team to a location or provide all of our services without having the logistical support to make it all happen. So this is one of our team members, Jason. Jason, maybe you can talk through a little bit about what is some of this equipment here and what are some of the things that you typically do on a typical day?
Certainly. Well, as a logistician, we have a lot of equipment that we need to move. We need to move from point A to point A B. So we brought with us 3,000 pounds. And you, as donors and family members of Humanity First, you want to know that the equipment, the people, and the people that we're serving are safe. And so we do that by making sure that all our equipment is secured, that everything's tied down, not only load securement, but making sure there's theft prevention. But we're also looking after each other as well. And the way we do that is by making sure that we're not introducing people into the campsite or into our service areas without making sure they first haven't gone through the triage. Some of the things that we also make sure of is our water, sanitation, and hygiene, and something such as our NOAA units, which do provide the ability for us to create a 3-stage filtration system to take essentially dirty water and turn it into drinkable, clean water for our personnel as well.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jason. One of our other members here is Jesse. Jesse, what do we eat when we go on deployment?
Often what we eat are military rations. One of the most important things is that we keep our nutrition and our hydration up throughout the day as a team. So part of our job is to make sure all of our people are well taken care of. So our military rations here provide anywhere from 800 to 1,200 calories per day with various snacks, main meals, and drinks to take care of us wherever it is that we roll, so that we are independent no matter where we travel.
Awesome. And I see we've got buckets and stuff here because often we don't know if we're going to find chairs, right?
Absolutely.
So we have to find a way to use our cases as tables or buckets as seats. So we have to learn to be able to adapt and overcome. One of the other things that becomes my role, or if I can assign it to my deputy team lead / cameraman / driver / source of everything person, is our paperwork requirements. So we have to submit daily reports into the Ministry of Health in terms of number of patients we've seen and what's going on and what our particular needs are. So you'll see that we have to carry some of that stuff around as well. But that's typically a day. So I don't know if there's any other questions in Toronto, but this is a pretty good snapshot of sort of what's going on. And big kudos to the team. These are volunteers that have taken time away from their busy lives. And especially in a situation of a pandemic, we all recognize we're probably going to have to quarantine when we get back. But we happily do that in the opportunity to serve others. And we can't do it without the support of donors like you. So thanks so much for making it possible for us to come and make a difference in these people's lives and to try and make people's lives a little bit better.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much to the entire team. Don't go away yet. Dr. Rasab, do you have a few questions for them?
Yes. Hi, Brian and Hassan. Everybody, team. How are you?
How are you doing? We're doing well. Long days, tired, hot.
Good. A couple of things. I just wanted to personally and on behalf of all our donors, thank you. The whole team, you have done a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job. We are having our daily briefing, so I'm aware of this. But just for the sake of our audience, I will ask a couple of questions so that they are aware of some of the activities that you're doing. First question is, how many patients have you seen up till now?
So far, we've seen approximately 600 patients. We're seeing somewhere in between 65 and 90 patients a day. The expectation from the World Health Organization is that we see 50. So we've been exceeding that number every day.
Excellent. Now, I know that there's only one person in the team who speaks Spanish. How are you all managing this? I don't think you guys, how much Spanish have you learned by now?
Well, we have a couple fluent Spanish speakers. So our nurse practitioner is fluent in Spanish, as well as one of our doctors. The other doctor speaks conversational Spanish. She speaks more than she lets on, but she's shy about it. And the rest of us are trying our best to pick it up. I butcher it like a champion, but I am trying. So that's where we're at. But we rely on local translators, and the Ministry of Health that we've been able to partner with and build a great working relationship with have been really good at helping us with some translation services as well.
Right. Now, when you were deployed, this was a very high-risk mission. You actually encountered Hurricane Iota while you were on your way, and you had to really break your journey and take shelter in somewhere in between, and then you got blocked from both front and back. You could not even turn back. You could not go forward, and you were locked in an area from where you actually had to be airlifted. Tell us something about how was your experience and were you guys scared at that time?
I think at the end of the day, first off, our team safety and security is absolutely paramount. So we need to make smart decisions to keep our team safe and secure. Certainly with the hurricane coming in, it meant that we had to make some educated decisions as to whether we were going to sit and wait that out or try and progress further. And so we left. We could only fly into Guatemala, and we left from Guatemala immediately and drove throughout the night to get into La Entrada. And we ended up staying in La Entrada for a couple of days because the roads were washed out in front of us and behind us. Through our connections with CCOM and PAHO and the Ministry of Health here, they were able to assist our team and send some of the Honduran Air Force helicopters to fly some of our team members in gear and get them into San Pedro Sula. So again, it's about building partnerships and finding a way to try and serve the population as best we can.
I also particularly want to thank our volunteers from CMAT, Canadian Medical Assistance Team. Thank you so much for taking your time and sacrifice that you're here for a couple of weeks and then you have to quarantine for a couple of weeks. So thank you, CMAT volunteers. Really appreciate your help, your partnership. Hassan, I've got a question. You are the lead for the logistic over there at the team, and you have been surveying the area and you have been reaching out to Ministry of Health and areas that have really affected. Tell me what you have seen up till now, other than the medical response that we are doing.
We've been conducting need and damage assessments on a regular basis in collaboration with the local Ministry of Health and also PAHO. And we've seen massive destruction all over the place. Just in fact, yesterday we visited a community where 26 houses are still flooded to the roof. And the people who live in those houses are taking refuge on the roof. So they're not leaving their house because they're afraid that the house might be washed away or the government might destroy it, or we don't know what the real reason is. But since the last 2 weeks, they've been living on the roof of their house and refusing to leave. So communities are giving them water and nutrition, food, but there's a huge lack of potable drinking water. So Currently, the medical need and the water need is the most needed aid that these people require from us.
Thank you. Dr. Fong, just have a question for our viewers who belong to from healthcare profession. What type of patients are you seeing mostly these days?
Oh, well, we see a very mixed bag, but a lot of it is injuries related to just moving kind of debris that has been just strewn about the countryside by all the hurricanes and the winds. And so people tend to have just lots of muscular injuries. They tend to grow fungus in various parts of their body, so they need antifungals. As well, we've seen a couple of skin infections, soft tissue skin infections. And but generally it's a mixed bag. We even see a lot of chronic disease that has gone unmanaged because meds have been washed away in the floods.
Thank you, team. I can just only say that I'm so proud of you. You know, we are so proud that you're one of the very, very few team who at the request of WHO and at the request of Ministry of Health, Honduras, have deployed and are actually on the ground helping these people. This is a huge thing for us. This is really jives in with our motto, let's put humanity first. So I thank you very much on behalf of myself, my team, our donors and supporters, and all Canadians. You make Canada proud that this team is selfless team that has gone out and helped. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work, and we are looking forward to see you back. We really want to welcome you from this mission, and rest assured, we are going to continue to do some long-term projects in Honduras also. So this is not going to be over once you return. So I will be looking for your debriefing report once you return. Once again, thank you on behalf of
again, I guess thank you to our translator as well. We've got George stepping up from the local community and being a huge help. So it's not just us from Canada. And again, that's part of the benefit of having the reach that Humanity First does around the world. So thanks to our local people as well.
George, thank you so much for your support. Actually, it would be a miss if I do not say thanks to Ministry of Health, the local people, George, you, and others who are supporting my team. We are very appreciative of that. And you know, I'm hearing all good things about you. The people of Honduras have shown really warm welcome to our team. They are taking good care of our team as well. And the support that we are getting from you all, the Honduran people, Ministry of Health, and your translators is tremendous. It means a lot to us. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I would like to take the opportunity to thank you all you guys for making this possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll take a break here.
Yes, we're going to take a short break now, and we're just going to show a short video of our, our volunteers working on the ground in Hurricane Iota. So let's look at that video, and then after the video, we have another segment which will be by our ladies team. So it's the team is called Women for Humanity First. So after the video, the ladies team will take over, and then we'll come back again and we'll talk about the refugee sponsorship program. So let's take a quick look at the video, please.
Watching now a Category 5 hurricane with Hurricane Iota bearing down on the Nicaraguan.
Severe flooding forced many onto roofs to wait for help.
A team of doctors, nurses, paramedics, and firefighters are leaving today to go and help people of Honduras. We are taking clean water supplies, medications, and other emergency supplies. We will set up medical camps over there, and we will provide primary and emergency care to the patients in various areas. There will be 2 teams, mobile teams, who will be going from place to place to see where medical help is needed at the instruction and guidance of Ministry of Health Honduras, and will be providing this service in many municipalities.
Electricity and phone lines have been cut in many rural areas. Local authorities say it could hamper recovery efforts.
Humanity First should seek to be at the forefront of providing aid and assistance, no matter where in the world or which communities they hail from. We should be there to wipe away the tears of those who have been left bereft, heartbroken and vulnerable.
आएंगे हम सैयदे तुझसे वादे निभाएंगे हम हर कदम.
The sole ambition and aspiration of Humanity First should always be to alleviate the physical and mental suffering of mankind. This is your mission. This is your duty. This is your faith.
Under our global health program, the brand new 35-bed Humanity First Hospital in Senegal, the Masrour Centre Médical Social, is ready. The hospital has medical and surgical facilities, X-ray and ultrasound imaging, a medical laboratory, and ICU facilities. We are also working on setting up 2 more medical centers in Nigeria and Congo. Under our Gift of Sight program, we have conducted over 500 cataract eye surgeries per year over the past 3 years. That is, over 1,500 people are now able to see due to our generous donors and supporters.
Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome back to the live show of Humanity First annual fundraising event. I hope you're enjoying the show so far, and I hope you have received your food delivery at home and you're enjoying your food. If possible, please send us some pictures and your feedback. You can WhatsApp us. The number is 647-493-7722. We will appreciate if you can share your feedback and a confirmation if you have received the food from us. My name is Nomana Khan, and I will be hosting this session with my team members, Bushra Rashid Sahiba, Fiza Hussain, Fiza Rajput. All 3 of them are very dedicated volunteers of Humanity First, and they are playing important roles in different capacities at Humanity First. Welcome, ladies. I will request you to please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bushra Rashid. I am the head of Food Bank and the ladies team coordinator.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fiza Hussain, and my role with Humanity First is a food bank supervisor and a grant writer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fiza Rajput. I've been with Humanity First for 4 years now. I started off as a food bank volunteer, and throughout the 4 years, I became a food bank supervisor and a volunteer coordinator.
That's good to know. So, viewers, this session is exclusively for discussing useful ideas and various practical tips about how we can cut down on our everyday expenses and still save some amount of money to donate for Humanity First project, humanitarian projects around the world. We will be discussing ways and means on how we can, do little savings from here and there, cutting on utilities, cutting on food, and still be a part of a humanitarian cause with Humanity First and become a monthly donor for any project that can help anyone around the world in need. And I think we can also request the audience to share their views and feedback with us, and there is a phone number to do that.
Yes, so I would encourage all the audience to participate by sending us a WhatsApp message about ideas related to careful spending. One of the panelists here will present your suggestions live. You can text, you can WhatsApp your message at 647-493-7722. Please include your name and the city that you're texting from. Again, the number is 647-493-7722. Thank you.
So before we get into this talk of how we can do cost cutting in our daily life, I wanted to highlight the rationale that why we are talking about it. Ever since we are hit by this pandemic, we have noticed that our life has changed drastically. The world has changed. The trends are changing. And the connotation that we are getting from our surrounding is to slow down the momentum of our life, the momentum of the struggle to achieve more and more, and think about humanity. Give value to people over money. Give value to humanity over possession of material. The sense of humanity is also surging, and we can see that people are looking for opportunities, how they can help in their communities, who needs assistance. So they are looking for opportunities or ways how they can conserve their resources and use them in meaningful ways, right?
Yes, I agree with you, Nomana. One of the things that we have learned during this difficult chapter in our lives is the way we spend. We spend, the way we spend our money, whether it be for food or other items. The more we think about our spending, the more we are aware of those that are struggling to make ends meet. Those of us that are blessed should really take into account of our daily spending.
Yeah, exactly. So I will pose this question to all of you ladies, asking if what you have in your mind, what thoughts or what ideas you have brought. So I will start with you, Fiza Hussain. Luckily, we have two Fizas on board today, Fiza Hussain and Fiza Rajput. So Fiza, you are part of the younger generation, and you are a student as well. And you are a volunteer at Humanity First. So you have seen a lot of trends in all boards.
Yes,
so what do you think? How students are spending their money? What are the spending trends with them? And what do you suggest how they can save a little bit here and there and still be part of humanitarian cause with Humanity First?
Okay, yeah. So one of the most major trends that I've observed as a student and as kids my age especially is that we overspend on food a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in regards to that, like ordering in food like 3 times a week, or dining in at the most expensive restaurants, like it's become like a trend now. Instagram it. It has to be Instagrammable. It has to be like top tier type of thing, right? So I myself am a strong advocate that you have to watch for wastefulness when it comes to food.
Exactly.
So especially once you volunteer at the food bank, you realize how privileged you are. We not only get to meet our needs and our wants. There's people out there that, they don't know where their next meal is coming from.
Yes, exactly.
So in that sense, that if we cut back, say, for example, as a student, I consume coffee a lot, right? And I'm sure many students can relate to this. On a day-to-day basis, maybe 2 to 3 times, right? Now, if you were to cut back once a day, overall in the month, accumulatively, you could save $10 to $50.
Exactly.
And although that might not seem a lot for you, but that could feed an orphan or a kid in Africa.
Yeah,
for a whole month.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and when you become a monthly donor with $10, $20, it doesn't seem hard, and it's not actually hard. You can just save on not ordering one time from outside, just skipping one fast food, and donate $10, $20 to feeding a family or feeding a person through Humanity First Feed a Family program, 100%. Right? Yeah, and then you can also watch the groceries that you do when you go into a grocery store. Sometimes we intend to go and just buy the specific items that we have in our mind, but we end up buying so much when we see the shelves merchandise all over the place.
Sale signs.
And we get tempted about it. And we spend hundreds of dollars when we get out of the grocery store. So we have to watch our spending on every step, what we are doing, cut here and there, and still be part of a good cause at Humanity First, right?
It doesn't mean that you have to give up on luxuries altogether.
Yeah.
Just cut down on excessive amounts of everything.
Exactly.
Everything in moderation.
Be moderate.
100%.
Yes, exactly. I hear that. Fiza Rajput, I will ask the same question to you. You're also a student, you're also part of Humanity First, and you're also part of the younger generation. What ideas you can share with us?
So I have seen in the girls of my age that there's like an obsession for brands to have like the latest product for each brand, and like these days with the new makeup trends that are coming out, like us young girls, we're obsessed with beauty products.
I hear that.
We spend a lot of money on like beauty products, accessories, manicures, pedicures. Like people get them done once a month, sometimes even twice a month.
And it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. It costs a lot of money, and then like hairstyling and all that. So like our maintenance as a student shouldn't be that expensive.
Exactly.
As a student, we should acknowledge that not everyone is as privileged as us to receive a free education that we do receive here. So we should just try to aim to cut back a little bit on our spending each month.
Yeah.
Like if you save $30 a month, you can sponsor a child's education.
Yeah.
If you save like 160 over even a time period of 3 months, you can sponsor a classroom transformation. So a classroom transformation would involve renovations and reconstructions of broken down and damaged classrooms, making them into new and exciting classrooms. And as a student, you can help a student in need through Humanity First's Knowledge for Life program, like buying school supplies or uniforms for like students in Africa.
Yeah, that's a great program. Humanity First Knowledge for Life program also offers classroom transformation. And it doesn't cost that much in the poor communities in Africa and other countries, underprivileged countries, to do a transformation of a classroom so the students can feel like coming for learning in that classroom.
Definitely.
So students can help students by cutting down their own personal expenses every month, and just a little bit will help, you know?
Yeah.
A little drop will help. That's very true. Now, Bushra, I will come to you. You are a mother, you are a wife, and you're running a full household, and you've been with us on board for such a long time. So as a mother or as a volunteer and as a household person, in that capacity, what do you think, where we can cut out, the mothers and the wives or the household people, where they can save money so they can be part of any good cause with Humanity First?
One thing that comes to mind is water. Water is so essential for our lives that it's an essential part where we can prevent water wastage by, you can cut down on when you're brushing your teeth, let's say for instance. You're brushing your teeth, kids leave the tap on. We're guilty of that also as adults.
We see that all the time.
All the time.
In our homes, we waste so much.
Yes, every household has that there's a child, there's an adult who's turning on the tap. Even men, when they're shaving, they turn on the tap, so
and
the
it's
water,
running
it's
there.
just running.
Yeah.
And this is washing dishes, the water is running while you're putting
scrubbing
soap
the dishes,
on the dishes.
Yeah.
And then taking a shower, that's a big
sometimes people take long showers.
Yes, for sure. Sometimes it's an hour-long shower, and just imagine running that water for 1 hour. How much water wastage you're doing? Because when we're taking a shower for 10 minutes, we're using up 17 gallons.
Oh wow, that's a big
of
amount.
Water. Imagine that water, if we saved that water and just took 10-minute shower instead of an hour shower. Imagine how long the shower would be.
And it costs money. You're paying for these utilities.
You're paying, it's not just for water, it's for hydro, it's for all the other utilities.
That's
and
true.
We should pay attention towards these, towards the poor communities, towards the villages who are unfortunate, where children, they have to help households, their moms or dads, walk miles and miles to get water, and by the time they're home, their school time is over. They're not going to school. Yes, they don't attend school.
That's
so
true.
I would like to encourage our viewers to start saving on water. You will start to notice at the end of the month of your monthly savings, and you can donate to our Water for Life program. This will help communities and villages to the basic human right.
Yeah, we are building water wells in different villages.
Yes.
So the more you will donate, the more we can build water wells and water facilities in different poor countries.
Yes.
So in a summary, what I'm hearing is that we need to become more moderate in our spending. We need to be watchful on monthly basis on what we are spending on, and then try to become a part of a good cause and provide a facility to someone who is deprived of that facility. Become a monthly donor with Humanity First is a good opportunity to, help in that way. And how we can do it? We can cut down on groceries, we can cut down on dining out, we can cut down on clothing, branded items. We can cut down on many things, on utilities, as you said, and save here and there and become part of the humanitarian cause. And it's such a good feeling you get when you help someone. It's a very, it's a therapeutic thing. It's a good therapy, feel good therapy. When you help someone, that feeling takes away all the stress and all the worries from your mind.
Yes.
And you feel that you are part of a humanitarian cause and you have made a difference in the world. So this is the message that we wanted to get across to our viewers, to save here and there $10, $20 on a monthly basis and become part of the humanitarian projects through Humanity First. We provide you this platform and help us in helping others. Thank you very much.
Our food bank in Toronto is serving over 14,000 people every year. We provide food hampers, sanitary supplies, winter clothing, and more. Every year, we also hold at least 5 Feed the Homeless programs, where nearly 3,000 homeless individuals are given food, and some are also given winter clothing.
Humanity First should seek to be at the forefront of providing aid and assistance, no matter where in the world or which communities they hail from. We should be there to wipe away the tears of those who have been left bereft, heartbroken and vulnerable. The sole ambition and aspiration of Humanity First should always be to alleviate the physical and mental suffering of mankind. This is your mission. This is your duty. This is your faith.
अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। कनाडा और तमाम दुनिया से देखने वाले लोगों के लिए ह्यूमैनिटी फर्स्ट कनाडा वर्चुअल डिनर 2020 बहुत मुबारक हो और तमाम देखने वालों को खुश आमदीद। उम्मीद है आप अपने घर में खाना एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे। अगर आप हमें जो नंबर आपकी स्क्रीन पर नज़र आ रहा है 6474933772 में मैसेज करके अपनी खाने की तस्वीर भेज सकते हैं ताकि हम दूसरे अपने अहबाब को भी दिखा सकें। नाजरीन, ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट जिसकी बुनियाद 25 साल पहले हज़रत खलीफ़तुल मसीह राबे रहमतुल्लाह अलैह ने रखी थी, वो आज हज़रत खलीफ़तुल मसीह ख़ामिस अय्यदहुल्लाह ताला बिन नस्ल अज़ीज़ के ज़ेर साया 50 से ज़ायद ममालिक में दुखी इंसानियत की मदद कर रही है। ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट कनाडा अपने 9 प्रोग्राम के ज़रिए 22 ममालिक में इंसानियत की खिदमत बजा ला रही है। اور ان پروگراموں میں ایک سب سے بڑا پروگرام ریفیوجی ری سیٹلمنٹ کا پروگرام ہے، اور اس بارے میں آج ہم بات کریں گے. اور اس پروگرام میں ہمارے ساتھ موجود ہیں مکرم و محترم ڈاکٹر اسلم داؤد صاحب، جو چیئرمین ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کینیڈا ہیں اور نائب امیر ہیں، اور ہمارے ساتھ حنیف شاہ صاحب ہیں جو ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ایک بہت درینہ خادم ہیں. اور انہی کے ساتھ میں شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں ممتاز علی صاحب کا، جو نیشنل ضیافت ڈپارٹمنٹ کے کارکن بھی ہیں اور کافی عرصے سے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ساتھ کام کر رہے ہیں. ڈاکٹر صاحب، میں آپ سے آغاز کرنا چاہوں گا کہ آپ اس پروگرام کا آغاز کیسے ہوا اور کیا وجوہات تھی اس پروگرام کے شروع کرنے کی؟
جیسا کہ ہمارے تمام سننے والوں کو معلوم ہے کہ دنیا میں بے شمار ملینز آف ریفیوجیز ہیں، اور اس ریفیوجیز میں بہت سارے ایسے ریفیوجیز ہیں جو کسی پرسیکیوشن کے نتیجے میں، مذہبی پرسیکیوشن کے نتیجے میں اپنے ملکوں کو چھوڑ کے نکلنا پڑا ہے. ان لوگوں کی جب ہمیں حالت کا اندازہ ہوا اور اس وقت ہمیں پتہ چلا کہ یہ اتنی تکلیف میں ہیں، تو اس وقت یہاں پر ہم نے اس پروگرام کے آغاز کا ارادہ کیا اور اس کے بارے میں معلومات حاصل کرنے کی کوشش کی. اس وقت بہت ہی سمپل سا پروگرام تھا، یہ اتنا وہ پاپولر اور نون بھی نہیں تھا. پھر ہمیں مرکز کی طرف سے ہدایت آئی کہ بہت سارے ایسے ریفیوجیز ہیں جو تکلیف میں ہیں اور پھنسے ہوئے ہیں، ان کی امداد کے لیے کوشش کی جائے. تو اس کے نتیجے میں ہم نے فوری طور پر ریفیوجیز کے لیے تجربتاً ہم نے 2 ریفیوجی فیملیز کو اسپانسر کیا، اور ہمارے لیے وہ بڑا نیا اور انوکھا تجربہ تھا. تو وہ بڑی کامیابی سے ہو گیا. تو پھر ہم نے باقاعدہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے نام پہ ہم نے گورنمنٹ کو اپلائی کیا کہ ہمیں اسپانسرشپ ایگریمنٹ ہولڈر بنا دیں. انہوں نے ہمیں ایگریمنٹ بنایا، اور اللہ کے فضل سے اب ہزاروں کی تعداد میں ریفیوجی ہم نے پچھلے 10 سالوں میں، 10 سے زیادہ سال ہو گئے، تقریباً 12 سالوں میں ہم نے یہاں پہ اسپانسر کیا ہے.
اچھا ڈاکٹر صاحب، جب سے یہ اس پروگرام کا ہم نے لوگوں تک پہنچایا ہے، اس وقت سے ہمارے سوالات بہت زیادہ آتے جا رہے ہیں، اور ابھی میں بھی دیکھ رہا ہوں کہ ہمیں سوال پر سوال آتے جا رہے ہیں. تو میں ایک سوال آپ کے سامنے کرنا چاہوں گا. ایک ہمارے بھائی نے ذکر کیا ہے کہ میرا کوئی بلڈ ریلیشن کینیڈا میں نہیں ہے، اور وہ UNHCR کے ان کے پاس کارڈ ہے، رجسٹرڈ ہیں، تو ان کو کیسے کینیڈا میں بلایا جا سکتا ہے؟ وہ اس وقت ملیشیا میں ہیں، کیا طریقہ کار ہے؟
میں یہ سوال اور بہت سارے ایسے سوال جو مجھے عام طور سے لوگ پوچھتے رہتے ہیں، اس کے بارے میں ایک مفصل جواب دینا چاہتا ہوں، اور امید ہے کہ میں زیادہ تر سوالوں کا جواب اس جواب میں دینے کی کوشش کروں گا. تھوڑا سا جواب لمبا ہوگا، اس لیے سامعین سے درخواست ہے کہ تھوڑے صبر کے ساتھ سن لیں اور غور سے بھی نوٹ کر لیں. سب سے پہلی بات تو یہ ہے کہ کینیڈا سب سے پہلا ملک ہے جس نے ریفیوجی ری سیٹلمنٹ کے لیے پرائیویٹ پروگرام کو شروع کیا، یعنی پرائیویٹ ادارے جیسے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ ہے ان کو اجازت دی کہ وہ ریفیوجیز کو اسپانسر کر سکیں. اور اس کے نقل میں اب چند اور ملکوں نے بھی اس پروگرام کو شروع کیا ہے. جو کینیڈا میں ریفیوجیز آتے ہیں وہ 3 طرح کے ہوتے ہیں. ایک جو ہوتے ہیں وہ گورنمنٹ اسپانسرڈ ریفیوجیز ہوتے ہیں. یہ وہ ریفیوجی ہوتے ہیں جن کو UNHCR جو یونائٹڈ نیشن کا ادارہ ہے ان کو وہ سلیکٹ کرتے ہیں اور ان کو وہ مختلف ممالک میں بھیجتے ہیں. تو وہ ریفیوجیز جو UNHCR سلیکٹ کر کے گورنمنٹ کو بھیجتی ہے اس کو گورنمنٹ اسسٹڈ ریفیوجیز یا گار کہلاتے ہیں. اس کے بعد پرائیویٹ اسپانسرشپ ریفیوجی کا پروگرام ہے، اور پھر تیسرا پروگرام اسائلم سیکرز کا ہے، یعنی جو لوگ کسی نہ کسی طرح کینیڈا میں پہنچ جاتے ہیں اور پھر یہاں آ کر کے اسائلم کرتے ہیں. تو یہ پہلا پروگرام جو گورنمنٹ کا ہے اور جو اسائلم سیکر کا ہے اس کو میں آج نہیں ڈسکس کروں گا. پرائیویٹ اسپانسرشپ کے بارے میں بات کروں گا. پرائیویٹ اسپانسرشپ جو ہے اس کے بھی 2 ہیں طریقے. ایک تو طریقہ ہے کہ کوئی ادارہ جس کو حکومت نے لائسنس دیا ہے یا اجازت دی ہوئی ہے ریفیوجی اسپانسر کرنے کے لیے، جیسے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ ہے، وہ اسپانسر کر سکتی ہے. اور دوسرا، کوئی بھی 5 افراد کینیڈین سٹیزن ہوں یا پرماننٹ ریزیڈنٹ ہوں جو کینیڈا میں رہتے ہوں، وہ مل کر کے کسی بھی ریفیوجی کو جس کو یونائٹڈ نیشن نے ریفیوجی کا اسٹیٹس دیا ہوا ہو اس کو ریفیوجی اسپانسر کر سکتے ہیں یہاں پہ. تو پرائیویٹ اسپانسرشپ کے 2 حصے ہیں، ایک ادارے کی اور ایک 5 افراد کی. تو ایسے لوگ جن کا کوئی کینیڈا میں جاننے والا ہے ان کے لیے سب سے زیادہ سہولت یہ ہے کہ اس شخص سے جو ان کا رشتہ دار ہے، دوست ہے، جاننے والا ہے، ان سے رابطہ کریں اور ان سے کہیں کہ آپ 5 افراد کا جو پروگرام ہے اس کو گروپ آف 5 پروگرام کہتے ہیں، اس کے ذریعے ہمیں اسپانسر کرنے کی کوشش کریں. اس کی تفصیل میں نہیں جاؤں گا کیا کرنا پڑتا ہے، لیکن خلاصتاً یہ ہے کہ وہ 5 افراد اس ریفیوجی کے 1 سال کے اخراجات کے ذمہ دار ہوتے ہیں اور ان کی ذمہ داری لیتے ہیں گورنمنٹ کو کہہ کر کے. تو ایسے تمام لوگ جن کا کوئی کینیڈا میں جاننے والا نہیں ہے وہ گروپ آف 5 کے ذریعے کر سکتے ہیں. دوسرا طریقہ یہ ہے کہ اگر ان کا جاننے والا نہیں ہے تو وہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ یا اس جیسے ادارے کو رابطہ کر سکتے ہیں اور ہیومینٹی فرسٹ ان کو مدد کرنے کی کوشش کرے گی. اداروں کے ساتھ جیسے کہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ ہے, ان کے ساتھ یہ یاد رکھیں کہ ہمیں ایک کوٹا ملا ہوا ہے. جس طرح کینیڈا نے UNHCR کو کوٹا دیا ہے, کینیڈا کی حکومت نے UNHCR کو کہا کہ ہم آپ سے ہر سال 1000, 5000 یا 10,000 ہر سال یہ کوٹا چینج ہوتا ہے, ان کو وہ کوٹا دیتے ہیں. اسی طرح ہماری جیسے اداروں کو, جیسے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ ہے, اس کو بھی ہر سال وہ ایک کوٹا دیتے ہیں کہ آپ صرف اتنے افراد کو بلا سکیں, ورنہ یہ ہوگا کہ ہم لاکھوں کروڑوں ریفیوجی کو بلانا شروع کر سکتے ہیں. تو وہ اس طرح کی نہیں, کیونکہ ہماری ذمہ داری ہوتی ہے ان کو بلانے کی. تو وہ ایک معین تعداد دیتے ہیں اور وہ ہمیں کہتے ہیں, کبھی وہ کسی سال ہمیں 50 کہہ دیتے ہیں, کسی سال 200 کہہ دیتے ہیں. تو جتنا ان کی حکومت نے فیصلہ کیا ہوتا ہے اس کو وہ تقسیم کرتے ہیں اداروں پہ. تو ہمارے پاس بہت سارے لوگ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کو رابطہ کر رہے ہوتے ہیں کہ آپ ہمیں کسی نہ کسی طرح کینیڈا بلا دیں. تو ہمارے لیے یہ آسان نہیں ہے. ریفیوجیز کی تعداد ملینز میں ہے. اسی طرح ہمارے جو سننے والے زیادہ تر احمدی ریفیوجیز سن رہے ہیں, ہمارے بہت سارے احمدی ریفیوجیز ہیں جو ہم سے رابطہ کرتے ہیں. مگر ہمیں افسوس کے ساتھ اور معذرت کے ساتھ کہنا پڑتا ہے کہ ہمارے لیے ممکن نہیں ہے کہ ہم سب کو بلا سکیں. ہمیں اتنا کوٹا نہیں ملتا. ہمیں کبھی 50, کبھی 100 اس طرح مل جاتا ہے کوٹا. ہم اتنے لوگوں کو بلاتے ہیں ہر سال. تو اس لیے میری آپ سے مؤدبانہ درخواست ہے کہ آپ اپنے طور پہ اگر کوئی جاننے والا ہے اس کے ذریعے کوشش کریں. ہمارے پاس ویٹنگ لسٹ ہوتی ہے, اس میں آپ نام لکھا دیں. جب آپ کی باری آئے گی تو ہم آپ کی مدد کرنے کی کوشش کریں گے. اس کے علاوہ میں جو ریفیوجیز ہیں ان کو میں ایک اور بھی بات بتانا چاہتا ہوں. ضروری نہیں ہے کہ کینیڈا آنے کے لیے یا کسی بھی ملک جانے کے لیے صرف ریفیوجی والا طریقہ کار ہو. اگر آپ تعلیم یافتہ ہیں, یعنی اگر آپ کے پاس کوئی ڈگری ہے یونیورسٹی کی اور آپ کے پاس انگلش لینگویج کا اسکل ہے یا فرینچ لینگویج کا اسکل ہے, تو آپ امیگریشن کے کئی پروگرام ہیں جس کے ذریعے آپ اپلائی کر سکتے ہیں. اور یہاں پہ ریفیوجی کے کیس سے کہیں زیادہ جلدی آپ کا اپلیکیشن پروسیس ہوگی اور آپ کینیڈا پہنچ جائیں گے. اس کو کہتے ہیں ایکسپریس انٹری پروگرام. اسی طرح اگر آپ اسٹوڈنٹ ہیں تو آپ یہاں یونیورسٹی یا کالج میں ایڈمیشن لے لیں تو آپ کو یہاں آنے میں زیادہ آسانی ہوگی. اور ریفیوجیز کے لیے ایک خاص پروگرام, ریفیوجی اسٹوڈنٹس کے لیے ایک خاص پروگرام ہے جس میں یہ ریفیوجی اسٹوڈنٹس کو ترجیح بھی دی جاتی ہے. تو یہ دوسرا طریقہ ہے آنے کا. تیسرا یہ کہ اگر آپ کے پاس ایجوکیشن بھی نہیں ہے لیکن آپ کے پاس کوئی اسکلز ہیں مثلاً, اور سرٹیفائڈ اسکل, سرٹیفائڈ کا مطلب ہوتا ہے کہ آپ مثلاً شیف ہیں, آپ نے کوکنگ کا کورس یا ڈپلوما کیا ہے, اب 2 سال آپ نے کام کیا ہوا ہے, یا آپ ویلڈر ہیں, یا آپ اسپیچ پیتھولوجسٹ ہیں, یا کوئی بھی آپ ٹیکنیکل نالج رکھتے ہیں, تو اس ٹیکنیکل نالج کی بنا پہ آپ ایکسپریس انٹری میں اپلائی کر سکتے ہیں. ان کے لیے 2 ہی شرط ہے کہ آپ کی تعلیم اور ایکسپیرینس ہونا چاہیے اور آپ کو انگلش یا فرینچ لینگویج کی کچھ نہ کچھ نالج ہونی چاہیے. تو یہ طریقہ کار ہیں آنے کے لیے. اگر آپ ہم سے رابطہ کریں گے تو ہم آپ کو انفارمیشن تو دے سکتے ہیں, لیکن ہم آپ کی بہت زیادہ مدد نہیں کر سکتے. ہم ویٹنگ لسٹ میں آپ کو ایڈ کر سکتے ہیں اور جب آپ کی باری آئے گی تو ہم آپ سے رابطہ کر سکتے ہیں. آخری بات میں یہ بتاؤں گا کہ یہ ایک لمبا پروسیس ہے. ہمارے سننے والے اس غلط فہمی میں نہ پہنچ جائیں کہ ہم نے آج نام دیا اور ہمارا کل ہو جائے گا. نہیں, اس میں کئی سال لگ جاتے ہیں. کبھی 4 سال 5 سال تک رہنا پڑتا ہے, کبھی 7 سال تک بھی رہنا پڑتا ہے. تو یہ ایک لمبا پروسیس ہے. جب آپ کی اپلیکیشن کینیڈا کے امیگریشن ڈپارٹمنٹ میں جمع ہو جاتی ہے, جمع سے پہلے ہی 2-3 سال 4 سال گزر چکے ہوتے ہیں, لیکن جس دن آپ کی اپلیکیشن جمع ہوتی ہے اس کے بعد بھی 2 سے 3 سال اور بعض ممالک میں 4 سال تک لگ جاتا ہے یہاں پہ آنے میں. تو یہ ایک صبر آزما پروسیس ہے. آپ اپنے ملک میں جہاں رہتے ہیں وہاں سے جب اسائلم کے لیے یا ریفیوجی کیس کرنے کے لیے نکلیں تو یہ سوچ کے نکلیں کہ آپ کو 2-4 سال 5 سال کسی ملک میں گزارنا پڑے گا, تب جا کے کینیڈا, امریکہ یا کسی ملک میں آپ کی جانے کی ہو سکتی ہے. اس کے باوجود اگر کوئی چیز میں نے کور نہیں کیا اور آپ سوال کرنا چاہتے ہیں تو اسکرین پہ آپ کو واٹس ایپ کا نمبر نظر آ رہا ہوگا. اس نمبر پہ آپ واٹس ایپ کے ذریعے میسج کریں تو اس پہ ہم آپ کو جواب دے دیں گے.
ڈاکٹر صاحب بہت جزاک اللہ, اور امید کرتا ہوں کہ آپ نے تھوڑے سے وقت میں کافی کچھ لوگوں کو بتا دیا, جس سے کافی جو انفارمیشن ہے لوگوں تک پہنچ گئی ہوگی. ڈاکٹر صاحب میں بتاتا چلوں کہ جیسے پروگرام کے شروع میں ہم نے عرض کیا تھا کہ اگر کوئی احباب کھانا کھا رہے ہیں جو ان کو ڈنر ملا ہے تو وہ ہماری تصویریں بھیجیں, اور الحمدللہ کافی لوگوں نے اس پہ رسپانس کیا اور ہمیں تصویریں آ رہی ہیں. میں ٹیکنیکل ٹیم سے درخواست کروں گا اگر وہ دکھا سکیں تو
یہ بہت ضروری بات ہے. ہم یہ جاننا چاہتے ہیں کہ ہر ایک کو کھانا پہنچ چکا ہے. اگر کسی کو نہیں پہنچا ہے تو آپ جو واٹس ایپ نمبر اسکرین پہ نظر آ رہا ہے اس پہ آپ بتائیں کہ آپ کو اگر کھانا نہیں پہنچا, اور اگر کھانا پہنچ گیا اور آپ کو ایسا پسند آیا ہے تو آپ اپنی تصویر یا ویڈیو ہمارے ساتھ شیئر کریں تاکہ آپ کی بھی پارٹیسپیشن ہو جائے. ہمیں خوشی ہوگی کہ آپ کی کوئی تصویر یا ویڈیو ہم اپنے پروگرام میں دکھا سکیں. تو یہ ضروری ہے کہ ہر کوئی جو اس وقت پروگرام دیکھ رہا ہے, اگر آپ اپنی تصویر یا ویڈیو ہمیں بھیجیں گے تو ہمیں اس کی خوشی ہوگی. ہر ایک کام ممکن نہیں ہوگا, لیکن ایک آدھ تصویر ہم آپ کو دکھانے کی کوشش کریں گے. ایک سوال کسی نے بھیجا ہوا ہے, اس کو ہم دیکھ لیتے ہیں پہلے.
جی بالکل.
وہ سوال یہ پوچھ رہے ہیں کہ ہمیں کس طرح سے ریفیوجی کے اسپانسرشپ کی لسٹ میں ہمیں شامل کیا جا سکتا ہے. تو اس سلسلے میں میرا مشورہ یہ ہے کہ آپ کسی حوالے کے ساتھ اپنا, کیونکہ ہمیں بہت سارے لوگ ایسے ہوتے ہیں جن کے مقصد اچھا نہیں ہوتا, بعض دفعہ فراڈ ہوتے ہیں یا شرارت ہوتی ہے, تو ہمیں ڈائریکٹ نام لینے میں آپ کی تھوڑی ہمیں قباحت ہے. تو اگر آپ کینیڈا میں کسی کو جانتے ہیں, آپ کے دوست یا عزیز ہیں, تو ان سے کہیں کہ وہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ سے رابطہ کریں اور آپ کا نام لکھا دیں. اگر آپ کینیڈا میں کسی کو بھی نہیں جانتے تو اپنے ہوم کنٹری میں یا جہاں پہ آپ آج کل ہیں, مثلا تھائی لینڈ میں یا ملیشیا میں ہیں, وہاں کے اپنے صدر جماعت سے یا امیر سے اپنا نام بھجوا سکتے ہیں, یا پاکستان میں اگر ہیں تو وہاں سے جو جماعتی نظام ہے اس کے تحت آپ اپنا نام بھجوا سکتے ہیں. لیکن ہم ڈائریکٹ لینے میں ہم صرف اس وقت لیتے ہیں جب آپ کا کوئی حوالہ ہو, تاکہ ہم ایسے لوگ جو کوئی شرارت کرنا چاہتے ہیں ان کو ہم اس میں سے الگ کر سکیں.
بہت شکریہ ڈاکٹر صاحب. اب ہم چلتے ہیں ممتاز صاحب کی طرف. ممتاز صاحب, آپ بطور نیشنل ضیافت کارکن کے اور ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے کارکن کے طور پہ میں آپ سے سوال کرنا چاہتا ہوں کہ آپ کتنے عرصے سے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ساتھ ہیں؟ مجھے بالکل اندازہ ہے کہ ماشاءاللہ الحمدللہ آپ کافی عرصے سے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ساتھ کام کر رہے ہیں. تو میں چاہتا ہوں کہ تاکہ ہمارے ویئرس کو بھی پتہ لگے کہ ہمارے کارکنان جتنے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ میں کام کر رہے ہیں کتنے عرصے سے وہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ساتھ وابستہ ہیں.
میں 6 سال سے وابستہ ہوں اس کام سے, ری سیٹلمنٹ ٹیم کا ممبر ہوں.
اور آپ کے کیا ذمہ کیا کام ہے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ساتھ؟
ہمارا ذمہ یہ ہے کہ جیسے ہی فیملی آتی ہے تو ہم ایئرپورٹ پہ ان کو ریسیو کرتے ہیں, میٹ اینڈ گریٹ, اور ان کو پھر ان کی ریزیڈنس پہ ٹرانسپورٹ کر کے لے جاتے ہیں. اس کے ساتھ ساتھ اس کے یہ انتظام بھی کیا ہوا ہوتا ہے کہ ان کی بنیادی ضروریات کی چیزیں, جس میں آپ بستر, کچن کے برتن وغیرہ, کھانے پینے کا سامان, فرنیچر, یہ جو انتظام کیا ہوا ہوتا ہے. کیونکہ اس سے پہلے ہم نے ان کے لیے کوئی نہ کوئی گھر, کوئی نہ کوئی جگہ جو ہے اس کی ارینج کی ہوئی ہوتی ہے, اس میں وہ ٹھہرتے ہیں آ کے. اور یہ سب چیزیں جو ہیں یہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کی طرف سے ہی پرووائڈ کی جاتی ہیں ان کو. تو ان کے ارائیول کے بعد پھر ان کا جو ہے مزید جو ہے ان کے لیے جو بھی ان کا آگے گورنمنٹ کے کوئی ہے کام یا دوسرے کوئی کام ہے تو اس کے لیے بھی ہم ان کے ساتھ ہی ہوتے ہیں.
مجھے آپ سے جب سوال کیا تو مجھے یاد آیا کہ ہمارے نیشنل ضیافت سیکرٹری صاحب نصیر خان صاحب آج وہ کسی وجہ سے یہاں پہ موجود نہیں ہیں, وہ بھی آپ کے ساتھ کافی عرصے سے جو ہیں کام کر رہے ہیں, اور ان کا بھی کافی اس میں کردار ہے.
اس ری سیٹلمنٹ میں جو سب سے بڑی بات ہے, آپ نے خود ہی اٹھا دیا پوائنٹ, میں بولنے ہی والا تھا اس پہ, کہ نصیر خان صاحب جو ہیں وہ ہیڈ کر رہے ہوتے ہیں.
جی.
اور آپ یہ کہہ سکتے ہیں کہ وہ مین کانٹیکٹ وہ ہیں تمام آنے والے دوستوں کے لیے, فیملیوں کے لیے, ان سے رابطہ ہوتا ہے. اگر وہ نہ ہو تو پھر دوسرے ممبر جو ہیں, میں ہوں اس میں اور 1-2 اور لوگ ہیں, تو وہ ہمارا کانٹیکٹ ان کے ساتھ ہوتا ہے. تو نصیر خان صاحب جو ہیں اس کے ساتھ بیسک ان کی ایویلیویشن کرتے ہیں کہ فیملی کی ہے, اس کی ضروریات کیا ہیں, ان کو کس طرح کا گھر چاہیے, کیونکہ سائز آف دا فیملی پہ بھی منحصر ہوتا ہے. اور پھر ان کے ساتھ جو ہے خط و کتابت کرنی, وہ ہمیں بھی گائیڈ کرتے ہیں, خود بھی لکھتے ہیں. تو سارا یہ پروسیس جو ہے وہ ان کی زیر نگرانی ہی ہم لوگ جو ہیں ایز اے ٹیم کر رہے ہوتے ہیں.
بالکل. حنیف شاہ صاحب, میرا آپ سے ایک سوال ہے کہ یہ آپ خاص طور پر ریفیوجی ری سیٹلمنٹ پروگرام کے ساتھ کام کر رہے ہیں کافی عرصے سے. اس حوالے سے میرا آپ سے سوال ہے کہ کیا پروسیس ہوتا ہے, کیا طریقہ کار ہے, کیسے اپلیکیشنز فل کی جاتی ہیں, اور کیسے جو ہے اس کو جمع کرایا جاتا ہے؟ وقت تو ڈاکٹر صاحب نے ذکر کر دیا ہے, بس آپ اس تھوڑا سا تفصیل دے دیں تاکہ ہمارے دیکھنے والوں کو یہ پتہ لگ جائے کہ کن مراحل سے جو ہمارے والنٹیئرز جو ہیں گزرتے ہیں تاکہ ان کی اپلیکیشن ہم امیگریشن میں جمع کرا سکیں.
وہ جیسے ڈاکٹر صاحب نے کہا کہ ہمارے پاس ایک پرائورٹی لسٹ ہوتی ہے جس کے حساب سے آنے والے ریفیوجیز کا نام سلیکٹ کیا جاتا ہے. تو ابتدائی طور پر ان جو آنے والے ہوتے ہیں ان سے ابتدائی معلومات حاصل کی جاتی ہیں. وہ ایک فارم ان کو بھیجا جاتا ہے, اس کو فل کرتے ہیں, اور سننے والوں کے لیے عرض ہے کہ اس میں اپنا نام, اپنی تاریخ پیدائش اور اپنے بالکل صحیح اور صحیح سپیلنگ کے ساتھ کریں, کیونکہ سپیلنگ کی غلطی سے بہت سارے مسائل کھڑے ہو جاتے ہیں. پھر جب ان کے وہ ابتدائی معلومات حاصل ہو جاتی ہیں تو ہمیں بہت سارے فارم فل کرنے ہوتے ہیں اس کے لیے, ہر کینڈیڈیٹ کے لیے. اگر فیملی بڑی ہو تو اس کا بلک اور زیادہ بڑھ جاتا ہے. تو یہ فارم فل کر کے ان کو سکروٹنائز کیا جاتا ہے، پھر ایک شخص سے دوسرے کے پاس جاتے ہیں، پھر دوسرے جو ان لوگوں کے کوائف اور ان کے ساتھ جو حالات بیتے ہوتے ہیں ان کے کوائف بھی درج کرنے ہوتے ہیں، اور اس کے لیے میری درخواست دینے والوں سے گزارش ہے کہ وہ اپنے کوائف اور ان کے ساتھ جو واقعات ہوئے ہیں ان کی کوئی ثبوت بھی اگر میسر کریں تو وہ ان کے لیے فائدہ مند ہو سکتے ہیں. تو یہ کرنے کے بعد جب تمام فارم فل ہو جاتے ہیں اور ان کی تصدیق ہو جاتی ہے تو پھر ان کے چیئرمین کے پاس بھیجے جاتے ہیں، ان کی اپروول کے ساتھ پھر وہ منسٹری آف امیگریشن میں جمع کرا دیے جاتے ہیں.
ٹھیک. مجھے ابھی جو ہے ایک میسیج ملا ہے کہ ہماری ٹیکنیکل ٹیم کی طرف سے کہ کچھ تصویریں جو ہیں وہ تیار ہیں، اگر وہ ہمارے ناظرین کو دکھا سکیں کہ جو کھانا ڈلیور ہوا ہے لوگوں تک اور لوگ اس کو انجوائے بھی کر رہے ہیں الحمدللہ. اچھا،
اس دوران میں ایک بات، مجھے نا کچھ سوال آ رہے ہیں، اس میں بعض لوگ نا پرسنل سوال کر رہے ہیں. تو انہوں نے کہا کہ ہم نے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ذریعے 2019 میں اپنی اپلیکیشن جمع کرائی تھی، تو ہمیں کتنا عرصہ لگے گا؟ تو میں عرض کرتا چلوں کہ اس وقت 2018 اور 19 کی جو اپلیکیشنز ہیں وہ امیگریشن ڈپارٹمنٹ ان کو پروسیس کر رہا ہے، لیکن مارچ سے لے کر کے سپٹمبر اکتوبر تک ان کی پروسیسنگ بند تھی، جس کی وجہ سے یہ تقریباً 1 سال اپلیکیشن لیٹ ہو گیا ہوا ہے. تو اب انہوں نے ہمیں بتایا ہے کہ اکتوبر سے شروع کیا ہے، لیکن اس میں ہماری ابھی اپلیکیشنز کی باری نہیں آئی ہے. ہم امید کرتے ہیں کہ جنوری میں ان کی شروع ہوگا، اور جب شروع ہو جائے گا تو 4 سے 6 مہینے کے دوران ان کا امید ہے کہ ہو جانا چاہیے. تو یہ تسلی رکھیں کہ آپ کی اپلیکیشن پروسیس میں ہے. اگر یہ پینڈیمک نہیں ہوتا تو آپ سال کے اندر یا 1.5 سال کے اندر آ جاتے، لیکن حکومت نے جو وعدہ کیا تھا وہ پھر واپس اس کی وہ سال 1.5 سال کی کمٹمنٹ اب نہیں رہی ہے، اب 2 سال تک بھی چلی گئی ہے، 2 سے زیادہ بھی لگ سکتا ہے. تو آپ سے امید یہی ہمیں امید یہی ہے کہ آپ 2021 تک آپ کی اپلیکیشن مکمل ہو جائے گی اور ان شاء اللہ تعالیٰ آپ کینیڈا پہنچ جائیں گے.
بالکل ڈاکٹر صاحب، اللہ کرے کہ یہ حالات جلد ختم ہوں تاکہ جو پھنسے ہیں دوسرے ممالک میں، جو مشکلات میں ہیں، ان کی مشکلات دور ہو سکے. ممتاز صاحب، آپ سے میرا ایک سوال ہے کہ ہمارا نظام جماعت احمدیہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کی خوبصورتی یہ ہے کہ ہم اپنا ریکارڈ، ہر چیز جو ہے، جو بھی خط و خطابت ہوتی ہے اس کو ہم محفوظ رکھتے ہیں. آپ ماشاءاللہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے پاس بھی سارا اس کا ریکارڈ، ہر چیز موجود ہے. آپ ایئرپورٹ سے فیملیز کو لیتے ہیں، آپ کے پاس بھی موجود ہوگا کہ اب تک آپ نے کتنی فیملیز کو جو ہے جو استقبال کیا ہے ایئرپورٹ پر، اور ان کو اپنی آگے کینیڈین زندگی پہ آگے ان کو گامزن کیا ہے.
آج تک 1007 فیملیز کو ہم ریسیو کر چکے ہیں،
الحمدللہ،
جن کے ممبران کی تعداد 2977 ہے.
ماشاءاللہ.
2019 میں 246 فیملیز دوسرے ملکوں سے آئی ہیں اور ان کے ممبران کی تعداد 668 ہے. شہداء فیملی جو کہ پاکستان سے آئی ہیں
جی،
ان کی تعداد 81 ہے،
ماشاءاللہ،
اور ممبران کی ان کے ممبران جو ہیں وہ 390 افراد پر مشتمل ہیں.
اچھا،
اور اس کے ساتھ ایک بہت ضروری جو چیز ہے وہ میں عرض کرتا چلوں کہ یہ فیملیاں جب آتی ہیں تو ان کو پہلے کوئی آئیڈیا نہیں ہوتا کہ کیا ہے، کیا وہاں کا طریقہ کار ہے، کیسی زندگی ہے، اور ان کے لیے ہم جاب کا بھی جو ہے وہ مارکیٹ میں جو جاب ہوتی ہے اس کے لیے بھی ان کو ہیلپ کرتے ہیں، تلاش کرتے ہیں.
بالکل. میں نا اسی سوال پہ اگلا میرا سوال یہی تھا کہ جس طرح ہمارے کوئی احباب عزیز آتے ہیں ایئرپورٹ پہ، ہمیں پہلے ہمیں پہلے پتہ ہوتا ہے، ان کو پتہ ہوتا ہے وہ کب آئیں گے، کیسے، یعنی کہاں رہیں گے، سارا کچھ ہوگا، ان کے ساتھ ایک خون کا رشتہ ہوتا ہے. تو وہی میرا بھی یہی سوال تھا کہ آپ کی کیا کیفیت ہوتی ہے کہ جب آپ سامنے چہرہ دیکھتے ہیں اور آپ پہلے کبھی اس بندے سے یا اس ریفیوجی سے کبھی ملے نہیں ہوتے؟
نہیں، ہم پہلے کبھی نہیں ملے ہوتے. تو اس میں 2 طرح کی صورتیں ہوتی ہیں کہ پہلے تو ہمیں بتایا ہوا ہوتا ہے نا کہ ایک فیملی آ رہی ہے، یہ 4 لوگوں پہ مشتمل ہیں، 2 ان کے بچے ہیں، 2 میاں بیوی ہیں. تو جب وہ باہر آتے ہیں امیگریشن کے پروسیس سے گزر کے تو وی کین فائنڈ آؤٹ کہ یہ 4 بندے جو ہیں نا یہی ہوں گے. ہم نے نام پوچھا ہو تو وہ ٹھیک ہے، وہ کنفرم ہو گیا. دوسری آپشن جو ہوتی ہے وہ یہ ہوتی ہے کہ UNCHR کی طرف سے بھی جو لوگ آ رہے ہوتے ہیں تو IOM کی طرف سے جو ہے ایک ان کا بندہ ان کے ساتھ یا خاتون ہوتی ہے، وہ باہر لے کے ان کو آتے ہیں اور ہم سے سائن کرواتے ہیں. تو اس وقت ہم ان کو میٹ اینڈ گریٹ بھی کر رہے ہوتے ہیں، ان کو بتا بھی رہے ہوتے ہیں کہ ہم آپ کو یہاں ریسیو کرنے آئے ہوئے ہیں اور آپ کے لیے ہم یہاں پر بیٹھے ہیں، انتظار کیا ہے، سارا اس طرح کرنے. تو یہ ہے اس کا طریقہ کار وہاں سے لینے کا.
جی.
ایک بات بتاؤ، ایک سوال اور آیا ہے جی، اس کا میں کوئکلی آپ کو جو سوال کرنے والے ہیں ان کو میں جواب دے دوں. کسی نے سوال کیا ہے کہ ہم یہ افواہ سن رہے ہیں کہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کو اسپانسر کرنے سے روک دیا گیا ہے، کیا اس میں حقیقت ہے، کیا یہ سچائی ہے؟ تو اس سلسلے میں بتاؤں کہ حکومت نے اس پروگرام میں کافی ساری تبدیلیاں کی ہیں. انہوں نے اس بارے میں دیکھنا شروع کیا ہے کہ جو ریفیوجیز آ رہے ہیں وہ حکومت میں بوجھ نہ بنیں. اگر کسی ادارے کے اسپانسرڈ ریفیوجی بوجھ بنتے ہیں تو اس ادارے کے بارے میں وہ پوری جانچ پڑتال کرتے ہیں. مثلا اس وقت ایسے تمام ادارے جو اس ملک میں جو ریفیوجی اسپانسر کرتے ہیں ان میں سے آدھے سے زیادہ ایسے ادارے ہیں جن کے بارے میں وہ یہ جانچ پڑتال کر رہے ہیں کہ ان میں سے کتنے لوگ ہیں جو سوشل اسسٹنس یا ویلفیئر پہ گئے ہیں. تو انفارچونیٹلی ہیومینٹی فرسٹ نے جن لوگوں کو اسپانسر کیا تھا ان میں سے کچھ لوگ ایسے ہیں جنہوں نے اپنا سال ختم ہونے سے پہلے ہی سوشل اسسٹنس کے لیے یا حکومت سے مدد لینے کی کوشش کی, اور وہ اس کی وجہ سے بعض دفعہ بدنامی کا باعث بھی بنتے ہیں. تو اس کی وجہ سے ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کی بھی انکوائری ہوئی اور لوگوں کی بھی انکوائری ہو رہی ہے. اللہ تعالیٰ کے فضل سے ہم نے بڑی سرخرو ہو کر کے اس کا جواب دیا اور حکومت کی تسلی کرائی کہ ہمارے لوگ نہیں بچتے. لیکن یہ ہمارے لیے شرمندگی کی بات ہوتی ہے کہ اگر ہم کسی کو اسپانسر کر کے یہاں لائیں اور وہ حکومت کے آگے وہ بوجھ بننے لگیں یا حکومت سے مدد مانگیں, تو یہ ان کی کمٹمنٹ یا ان کی جو حلف نامہ ہوتا ہے اس کے خلاف یہ بات ہوتی ہے. تو اس کی وجہ سے نقصان یہ ہوتا ہے کہ وہ ان دنوں تک جب تک یہ معاملہ کلیئر نہ ہو جائے وہ نئے ریفیوجی کیسز کو جمع کرنے نہیں دیتے. اب یہ چیزیں کینیڈا میں اتنی زیادہ ہوئی کہ اس وقت ایک پروونس ہے کیوبیک, اس کے انہوں نے تمام اپلیکیشن بند کر دیے اور وہاں کوئی بھی ادارہ جمع نہیں کر سکتے. یہ بات اس وقت باقی پروونسز کے لیے بھی ہو رہی ہے کہ اگر یہ سلسلہ جاری رہا تو باقی پروونسز میں بھی اس پروگرام کو کمپلیٹلی بند کر دیا جائے گا جب تک اس کی روک تھام نہ ہو. اس لیے جو ریفیوجیز یہاں آنا چاہتے ہیں ان کو میں بتانا چاہوں کہ وہ آ کر کے یہاں پہ سوسائٹی کا حصہ بنیں, کاموں پہ لگیں اور محنت سے کمائیں اور کسی پہ بوجھ نہ بنیں. اگر حکومت پہ بوجھ بنیں گے تو اس پروگرام میں جو جینوئن ریفیوجیز ہیں ان کا نقصان ہوتا ہے. اور اس بارے میں یہ بھی میں بتاؤں کہ جو اتنا عرصہ لگ گیا ہے اس میں اصل وجہ پینڈیمک تھی. پینڈیمک کی وجہ سے دفاتر بند ہو گئے تھے, کام رک گیا تھا, اور اس سال اتنے تھوڑے لوگ اسپانسر ہو سکے ہیں کہ آپ سوچ بھی نہیں سکتے. پچھلے سال الحمدللہ اللہ کے فضل سے 2019 میں ہم تقریباً 1,500 سے زیادہ ریفیوجیز کو ہم نے کینیڈا میں ری سیٹل کیا تھا, اور اس سال ہم چند 100 سے زیادہ نہیں کر سکے بلکہ 100 اس سے بھی کم نمبر پہ کر سکے ہیں. اور نئے لوگوں کو اسپانسرشپ تو اس وقت پورے سال ہی بند رہی ہے ہماری. تو اگلے سال جب ہم شروع کریں گے تو تھوڑی تعداد سے دوبارہ شروع کریں گے, لیکن ہماری درخواست یہ ہے کہ جب ریفیوجی یہاں پہ آئیں تو یہ سوچ کر کے آئیں کہ انہوں نے جلد از جلد اپنے پیروں پہ کھڑا ہونا ہے. وہ کچھ جب وہاں پہ جب تک ہیں تو اس وقت تک انگریزی زبان سیکھ لیں, کیونکہ جتنا آپ اس میں دیر لگاتے ہیں وہ اتنا, ایک سمجھ لیں کہ ایک پائپ لائن ہے, اس میں سے جتنی تیزی سے آپ گزریں گے باقی ریفیوجی آ سکتے ہیں. اگر آپ کمانا نہیں شروع کریں گے, آپ لینگویج نہیں سیکھیں گے, آپ حکومت میں بوجھ بننے کی کوشش کریں گے تو پیچھے آنے والوں کا سلسلہ دیر ہوتا چلا جائے گا. تو ہمیں کوٹا اسی وقت ملتا ہے جب ہم دکھاتے ہیں کہ یہ سارا کلیئر ہو گیا ہے, اب ہمیں نیا کوٹا دیا جائے. تو یہ یاد رکھیں, تو اس سے ہماری بھی مدد ہوگی اور آپ دوسرے ریفیوجیز جو اب تک نہیں پہنچ سکے ان کی بھی مدد ہوگی.
بالکل ڈاکٹر صاحب, اس پروگرام کے بارے میں تو ہم کئی گھنٹوں جو ہیں بات کر سکتے ہیں, کیونکہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کینیڈا کا سب سے بڑا پروگرام ہے اور کئی لوگوں کے لیے بطور ایک مددگار کے ثابت ہو رہا ہے. تو لیکن وقت کی مناسبت کے ساتھ میں آپ سب مہمانان کا شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں کہ آپ نے اس پروگرام میں شرکت کی. ناظرین سے میں درخواست کرتا ہوں کہ ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے لیے زیادہ سے زیادہ احتیاط کریں. آپ کا $1 کسی پیاسے کی پیاس بجھا سکتا ہے, کسی بیمار کے علاج کا سبب بن سکتا ہے, کسی بھوکے کو کھانا کھلایا جا سکتا ہے. آپ سے یہی درخواست ہے کہ آپ دل کھول کر جو ہیں ہیومینٹی فرسٹ کے ادارے میں زیادہ سے زیادہ احتیاط کریں. اب ہم آگے اس پروگرام کو ختم کرتے ہیں اور اب ہم آگے ویڈیو کی طرف چلتے ہیں. السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ.
اچھا آپ نہ سنیں, ندیم محمود کو بلا لیں.
Humanity First Canada has become a leading refugee sponsorship organization in Canada. We have worked closely with the Canadian government to sponsor over 2,500 refugees and provided them with the ability to restart their lives anew in Canada. As a result of our successful resettlement projects, Humanity First Canada was invited to present our cookie-cutter model for refugee resettlement at the United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland.
Mr. Chair, Assistant High Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, this statement has been drafted in consultation with and is delivered on behalf of a wide range of NGOs.
At UNHCR meetings, we presented a statement in front of all member states on behalf of all partner NGOs.
Today, watching now a Category 5 hurricane with Hurricane Iota bearing down on the Nicaraguan.
Severe flooding forced many onto roofs to wait for help.
A team of doctors, nurses, paramedics, and firefighters are leaving today to go and help people of Honduras. We are taking clean water supplies, medications, and other emergency supplies. We will set up medical camps over there, and we will provide primary and emergency care to the patients in various areas. There will be 2 teams, mobile teams, who will be going from place to place to see where medical help is needed at the instruction and guidance of Ministry of Health Honduras, and will be providing this service in many municipalities.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, live. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Humanity First virtual fundraising dinner. We are in our last few minutes of this program, and you just heard the refugee resettlement and refugee sponsorship program, and I know we still have quite a few questions coming in, so if you are sending your questions in, inshallah we'll try to get back to you with some of the answers and some of the inquiries. So even if we're not able to answer some of the questions on air here, please do send us the questions. Inshallah we'll get back to you with those. I have the pleasure of another guest with me in the studio, dear Nadeem Mahmood Sahib. He's the member of the board of directors for Humanity First Canada. He has been involved with Humanity First Canada for quite a few years. Nadeem Sahib, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Now, for our audience, we do have another Kahoot game which is lined up after this segment, so stay tuned. Have your mobile devices ready. There'll be another chance for you to play that game and win some great prizes. So stay tuned with our program and listen to some of the discussions that we have here. And I like to request our members, even if you did not buy a dinner today, and even if you for some reason were not able to donate, please donate something. There's no amount that is too small or too large. If you can donate something, it will help the greater cause. So you can go to our website at www.humanityfirst.ca, and there's many options. You can choose whichever program is dear to you, and you can donate towards that program. Darsab, coming back to you, we just had a good session with the refugee resettlement, and that was one of the programs which is a major program here in Canada. Anything that we do here at Humanity First requires funds, whether it's refugee resettlement, whether it's providing a food hamper, whether it's providing an eyesight, everything requires funds. Can you tell our viewers how they can donate and what difference it makes when they donate with us?
Yes, Jazakallah for asking this question. Our donors can go on our website humanityfirst.ca, and it's very easy to donate. You just click the donate button, you just fill out your information, put the amount, credit card information, and you are able to donate. You can get your tax deductible receipts. So it's very easy. If you're not internet savvy, you can mail us a check. If you can't mail us a check, you cannot use the internet, just call us and we will take information on the phone, or we can send a volunteers to take donation from you. But we definitely need help from our donors and supporters, because we are working on a number of programs, and today we want to raise at least $100,000 or so. We are shy of that amount. I encourage everyone to please come forward and donate as much as possible. No amount is small, but we are looking for donations for $500, $1,000, $10,000, whatever you can donate. Before I stop and for the next question, I want to say one thing. Some people are asking question, are all the volunteers of Humanity First and Ahmadi volunteers? No, that's not correct. Humanity First is a non-religious organization. Anybody belonging to any color, creed, religion, background, ethnicity, they can be part of Humanity First. In fact, you just saw the team of disaster response who is actually working in Honduras. There are people from different faith, different background, and different religion. So you don't have to belong to a particular religion or sect or a faith. You can be anyone, and you can be part of this team. Similarly, our donors can be from anywhere, anyone who they can donate to this organization. and we help everyone without any discriminating between race, religion, color, creed, gender, or any way. So this is a universal organization. We are operating in around 70 countries. We are registered in 53 countries, and we are providing help to anyone and everyone without any questions asked. So this is what Humanity First is.
That's right. I mean, we just saw a few minutes ago our team that's in Honduras.
Yes.
Hassan, is from the member of our community, but rest of them are from all over Canada, different backgrounds, different professions. So, and you know what, if some of you ever had the chance to come to the Humanity First Food Bank, you will notice that our food bank is primarily run by students from all various backgrounds, from all different age groups as well. We have seniors that come here, we have some students that come here, we have some different companies that come and support, and they send their employees here as well. Nadeem Musab, you want to talk about that? I mean, why is it important for people to get involved with Humanity First? Why should they donate to Humanity First and not, not another organization, for example?
Jazakallah, Bashar. I mean, Dr. was mentioning that, that you can be from any other religion or anything. I would say that, all of us have one religion in common, and that's humanity.
That's right.
So all of us are together with that religion.
Yep.
Now, going back to your question that why it is important for people to donate to Humanity First and then how it can make a difference. I have said it over and over in almost all the programs. It's a proven record that Humanity First has the least amount of operating expense. Each and every one you can see here today, even running this program, there are many volunteers behind the scenes working there. All of them are volunteers. Nobody is paid here except for the very minimum staff which we really require. So we're not running the very high operating expense. That means that every dollar you're giving it there, the maximum dollar, the cents out of that dollar goes out to the real cause you're donating for.
Right.
That is an area. Now, I think that I wanted to just, because we are coming towards the end of the program, I want to make sure that each and everyone who is listening to this program today, open up our hearts, open our pockets, right? This virtual dinner was just a 1 hour way to get everybody together, and that's what we have tried to do it as an organization. But really, you don't have to have the dinner as you know that, right? I mean, you may be enjoying a better dinner than pizza tonight, right? But then really, what you have done in that sense then. So as Dr. said that our target is set that, at least let's get together to get $100,000. We are shy of that. I want to request each and everyone who's listening to this program, open up your heart, open up your checkbook, and then call the number which has been given to you. You can donate there. I would encourage anybody, if you can, donate tonight, $5,000, $10,000. There are people in here in Jamaat. For them, $5,000, $10,000 is just a very minor amount. So please donate, and donate generously, because there are so many programs which Humanity First today is running, and then each and every program, as you have heard, that require money to be spent. And as I've said earlier, that each and every dollar you are donating, it goes to the cause which is being donated for.
That's right. I mean, prime example is during this event, we have seen some amazing examples of sacrifices from people. So many people came forward. They said, "We want to buy a ticket, but send the food to another needy family." I mean, this is the kind of people that donate to Humanity First. This is the kind of people we have in Jamaat. They're passionate. One example I can give you: a person came and she wanted to donate a small jewelry item for the prizes for the Kahoot game. Dar Sahib, you know about this story.
Yes.
And instead, she ended up donating towards the whole event and sponsoring the dinner, right? So that's that. And when people learn more about Humanity First and they see the passion of volunteers, they see the results, and they see how we're helping people in need. I mean, for example, look at Honduras. We were one of the organizations that was there on ground because it was not a high media event, right? You don't hear about the hurricane in Honduras as much in the media. So only sometimes organizations do certain things just to show what they've done something. But Humanity First is different. We do things and then we tell people that we have done this. We don't do first and then show off what we have done. So Alhamdulillah, we're different in that. And by the grace of Allah, we have the guidance of Huzur Anwar. That's the uniqueness about Humanity First. And when we go out, we're told to go out and help anyone, irregardless of religion, faith, which country they belong to, which where they come from, etc. Dar Sahib, I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we have another Kahoot game lined up. And after the Kahoot game, then we'll do the final few minutes of closing session of this program. So please stay with us and have your mobile phones ready. The information for the Kahoot game is on the screen right now. The code is there. You can start logging in now, and we will be back after this short video.
سارے عالم میں تم خدمت خلق کے کام کرتے رہو، کام آتے رہو. سارے عالم میں تم خدمت خلق کے کام کرتے رہو، کام آتے رہو. تم مسیحا بنو ہر دکھی کے لیے، دل لبھاتے رہو، غم بٹاتے رہو. تم مسیحا بنو ہر دکھی کے لیے، دل لبھاتے رہو، غم بٹاتے رہو. چاہے سیلاب ہو یا قحط آ پڑے، کوئی کھانا نہ ہو نہ ہی پانی ملے. چاہے سیلاب ہو یا قحط آ پڑے، کوئی کھانا نہ ہو نہ ہی پانی ملے. تم پلاؤ انہیں کھود کر بھی کنویں، بھوک خالی شکم کی مٹاتے رہو. تم پلاؤ انہیں کھود کر بھی کنویں، بھوک خالی. سارے عالم میں تم خدمت خلق کے کام کرتے رہو، کام آتے رہو. سارے عالم میں تم خدمت خلق کے کام کرتے رہو، کام آتے رہو. تم مسیحا بنو ہر دکھی کے لیے، دل لبھاتے رہو، غم بٹاتے رہو. تم مسیحا بنو ہر دکھی کے لیے، دل لبھاتے رہو، غم بٹاتے رہو. چاہے سیلاب ہو یا قحط آ پڑے، کوئی کھانا نہ ہو نہ ہی پانی.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Humanity First fundraising virtual dinner. We're in the last few minutes of the program. As I promised, we will do another Kahoot game. So I'm going to hand it over to my friend Mubaris.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now we're going to be heading into our second round of the Kahoot game, and this will be most likely our final round for the night as we wrap up. So as we go into it, we will the code for this round will be different from the other round, and it will be 2927989. 2927989. The same website, kahoot.it. And as you put that in, and we're still waiting on many people to join. If you place top 3 in the last round, please message the number that we had on screen before. If I will just say it again, 647-493-7722 on WhatsApp. If you can message there and just mention that you did place first, second, or third. I think Babarata, Mirza Ashir Ahmed, and the person who took Habs or Reliefs, he was number 1. So if all 3 of those people could take a second, just message us at 647-493-7722 on WhatsApp, that would be very, very helpful. I guess we're still waiting on a few more people to join the Kahoot game, but we will start shortly. I believe we'll take another maybe 30 seconds just because people are still trickling in. But if you did win in this round as well, if you do end up winning, please message us at 647-493-7722 on WhatsApp, and we will reach out to you with regards to your prize. So I believe
let's give another few seconds.
Yeah.
Once the number slows down, I think we could proceed.
We can proceed. Yeah. We can start.
Oh, there's a couple more coming in. Okay, let's start.
We've started. So the first question again is about the Hurricane Ida and Iota locations. So where were the locations that were struck by the hurricane? The four options available are Central America, Asia, East Africa, and South Africa. So the answers are coming in quite quickly, and as soon as all the answers are in, it automatically turns off, and we are able to see who was able to get the most points. And these hurricanes, they were catastrophic. Multiple communities were entirely isolated and completely inaccessible due to landslides and road damage. So these and it seems like all the answers are inputted, and Central America was the right answer. I believe it hit mainly the Bahamas, but the first person on the scoreboard is Maheen, and she has 974 points. But let's move on to the next question to see who can take over that spot. So the next question is who are the four major donating countries of Humanity First? So there's four different combinations of countries there. There's multiple countries listed: USA, UK, Australia, Germany, Pakistan is also listed. So there's different combinations, and you have to choose which one of those is the top four donating countries for Humanity First. We have a lot of active countries. I believe Humanity First is active in over 6 continents. So this might be a little bit of a tricky question, especially because there's different combinations. But try to get your answers in as soon as possible, because you get more points that way. So I believe, and all the answers are in. And USA, UK, Canada, and Pakistan was the correct answer, although most people did not choose it.
No. Wrong.
So Hala 4436 did take over the first spot, and now we're moving on to the next question. So the next question was, which of these was not a Humanity First project in 2020? So there's 4 options there. Again, we have the 25th anniversary telethon, the Fasting to Feed campaign, the hurricane that we just mentioned, and the Hurricane Dorian relief as well. So as you get your answers in, we've had so many projects this year, it might be a little bit tough to remember, but one of these is indeed an imposter. One of these is not correct, and you just have to guess it. So again, this is 2020, so you have to keep in mind this year as well, and I feel like most answers are in. And yes, Hurricane Dorian was actually last year. It was mid-2019. It was a hurricane. It was a devastating hurricane. We had a full EMT team there, but that was last year, not this year. And it seems like Atifa has taken the top spot at 2,800 points, but we'll see in the next question who takes that spot. So the fourth question in this round is, in which of these countries has Humanity First pledged 100 water wells? And there's 4 different countries here. You can see Chad, Haiti, Malawi, and like this. You just have to pick the answer that you feel is the most correct. Again, get those answers in as soon as possible. We did pledge 100 wells to one of these countries, so you just have to get those answers in as soon as possible. And we know that one of these countries witnessed the worst, most prolonged drought in history. So you have to choose which one of these that was. And I believe all the answers should be in now. And it's about 66 people picked Niger, but that was the wrong answer. The actual answer is Malawi, and not too many people chose that one. But let's see who took the highest in the scoreboard this time. And again, Atifa has stayed at the top with 3,700 points. But for the final question of the night, we will have, how many refugees did Humanity First sponsor in 2020? So there's 4 options here. We spoke about refugee resettlement quite a bit in the last session. We had 250, 500, 750, and 1,000 as the choices here. And if you were listening closely, you might have heard how many refugees we sponsored in 2020. There's again, we do quite a lot. This is a big priority. It's a big program for us here at Humanity First Canada. So make sure you get your answers in and get them in quick as soon as you can. Again, I believe we're reaching the threshold, and yeah, it seems we're at 120 answers, and 1,000 was the right answer. But we can see that we can see in the scoreboard that I believe for the scoreboard we will see the top 3 in the podium so far. The third being Amtul, and then the second being Ariba, and the first being Arifa. So these are the top 3. If you were able to place, please message us on WhatsApp at 647-493-7722, and we'll reach out to you with regards to the prize. And again, we have all the numbers and places. So please message us, and then thank you so much for participating in our Kahoot quizzes today.
Thank you. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back after this very short video. I think they're trying to pull up the video, but Dr. Saab, we're almost at the end of the program, and while they want to play the video, let's talk about one project that was mentioned in here. There was actually one mistake, but we won't go into that detail right now. Water for Life project. I mean, we see quite a few people donating towards that Water for Life project. And that, the Water for Life project, when we drill a well in a small town, it completely changes the whole atmosphere, the whole village in that neighborhood. It provides water to hundreds of families in that. Can you talk about a little bit about the water wells project we have? I know there's people ask about the questions why the price is different in one area, the price is different in the other area. Could you shed some light on that, please?
Absolutely, yes. So just for the audience, that Water for Life program is a program where we provide clean drinking water to people who are in need of clean water. There are many areas in the world where water is not something which is easily available. It is a commodity for which people have to struggle every day. One of the tasks for the family is to get clean drinking water, and for that sometimes they have to walk miles and miles there. So what Humanity First has done is that it's got 3 components of it. One is it provides clean drinking water by drilling water wells, hand pumps, boreholes in remote areas, remote villages. The second is that we provide water filtration units. And the third is we provide water filtration tablets in short term, for the short term. So the water well program is very popular amongst our donors, because this is a sadqa jariya, where once people have established a water well, as long as that water well exists and it's providing water, the blessings goes to the donor. And what we encourage is that people, when they donate for this water well, we put their names on the well as well, so that people can pray for those noble people who are there. So there are for people, there are options that they can donate for water well in Africa or in Pakistan or in many other countries, in South America also, where they have the option of donating for hand pumps, boreholes, or the water wells. The average cost of water well is about $5,000. There are some places where the cost is much lower, depending on the depth, the remoteness, and many factors. And there are some places where the cost is as high as $10,000 or $15,000, $20,000 if it has to be remote. So we ask our donors to donate $5,000 on an average, and we will drill a water well, and we'll put your name or your names of your elders on the water well. If you cannot afford $5,000, you can donate a smaller amount, and if there is a need in a place where the cost is less, we will do a water well in that area. For example, in Punjab, Pakistan, where the water is very at a high table, and it's very easy to put a hand pump, the cost is about only $1,200-$1,300. So you can do that, but we encourage that. The real need is in Thar, where the cost is about close to $5,000. Also, the real need is in Africa, like in Chad, Cameroon, where there is not clean water. Clean water is not readily available. So for that purposes, we are requesting $5,000 to donate. Now, as you mentioned, what happens is that once people donate, they recognize the blessing. And they are the repeat customers. Yes. I mean, I shouldn't say customer, but the repeat donors. They come back and say, we want to do another well. Yes. So somebody did a water well for their grandfather and grandmother. They come back and they say, कि मैंने पहले दादा दादी के लिए किया था, अब मैं नाना नानी के लिए करना चाहता हूँ. But sometimes they would come and do for their living family, the children, their husband, their wife, their father, their mother. So they do that, and keep doing it. And there is one family who did 2 wells, and they came back again this month and said, we want to do the third one. Another person came and said, I want to do second one. So I encourage you, you donate this and reap the benefit, reap the blessings of this noble cause.
Yes.
So today I am looking for donations for water wells.
So we're basically at the end of our program, and I said, you know what, let's skip the video because we're running late. Anyways, we had some glitches with technical in the beginning as well. So we're going to end the program soon. So that's what people who are listening right now. I know there's quite a few people on YouTube and on Zoom as well. There's families sitting together in the living rooms and watching this TV and this program together. So what message do you have for our viewers? What are you looking for from them today?
What I'm looking for is that, this is by the grace of God Almighty, this is a successful event. We had a sold out event where people have bought tickets, and we have served food to our donors who requested food. And I'll just take an opportunity here to apologize to some of the people whose dinner was late or there was some confusion. This is the first event that we are doing, so there must be some mishaps. We only had about only a very few issues where the dinner was delayed or not delivered. We are working on it. Rest assured, we are going to take care of it. In case you don't get your dinner, we are going to sort it out and we're going to send it another day. But vast majority of about 99% people have received their dinner, and there's no issue. So we want to thank you for that, for doing that. But we want you to go a step ahead further. And what we are asking for is that come out and chip in a little bit more. Are you able to donate $500? Are you able to donate $1,000 or even larger amount? Are you able to sponsor a water well today for $5,000? Are you able to sponsor 10 surgeries for $1,200? Are you able to help us build a school for $40,000 or an IT center for $20,000? Are you able to come up with feeding a family for a month for $200 or $300? So there are different options. Are you ready to sign up for an orphan care program for $35 a month? So we are requesting that today we want to hit the target of $100,000, and we are just shy of it. A few donations, large amounts like $5,000, $10,000 will make us reach the target, and I want to reach the target by the end of the program. If you want to do it, you can call us or just WhatsApp the number and say that make your pledge, and we will announce that pledge in the WhatsApp right now. So $1,000, $5,000, any amount that you can donate, please do so. You heard the ladies segment where they were talking about saving the money. If you just stop drinking coffee, you can save $30, $40 a month. If you stop ordering food delivered to your home, you can save $100, $200 a month. If you stop wasting water while taking shower, just turn the shower off when you're putting soap, or while you're brushing your teeth, turn the tap off. You're going to save $10, $15 a month. Just pledge to make that pledge. We are far behind in our Ivory Coast hospital. We don't have enough pledges. We need your participation. There are many, many donors who have participated, large amounts of money, small amounts of money, but the need is there, the need is high. A lot of people are still who have not donated or made a pledge for the Ivory Coast Hospital. Come forward today and make a pledge. Similarly, our team has gone to Honduras. Imagine your own organization, Humanity First. The Canadian folks have gone out to help people in the times of COVID. Big organizations, large organizations, countries have decided not to go because of the risks and dangers. And our team believes in putting humanity first. They went from Canada to Honduras and are helping people. You just saw the segment on them, how they are helping, the doctors are there and helping people. Come forward and donate to support them. We have spent a huge amount to deploy this team and help people in Honduras. The government is appreciative. They think that Humanity First is #1 team, emergency medical team, who's doing a fabulous job. In fact, they assigned a couple of doctors from their own department to work with Humanity First, so that because they thought that we are very organized, we know what we are doing, we are able to go into and reach out to remote areas to provide healthcare. They said, take our doctors and make them part of your team. This is a huge honor for us. WHO reached out to us as the first team to reach out and ask Humanity First to deploy the team. This is only possible with your prayers, with your support, with your donation. Today, please come forward and make pledges. If you have not donated today, please make a donation. If you have already donated, if you have already bought a ticket, please, if possible, donate a larger amount, bigger amount. And if bigger amount is not possible, donate another small dollar amount. If everyone who is still listening to this program, who is still part of this program, if they chip in whatever amount their pocket allows, it will make a difference. It will enable us to reach our target. Our target today is hit $100,000 before the end of this program. We have kept it open. We have prolonged our program to hit our $100,000, and I'm sure a few donations.
Sorry to cut you off. As you were talking, I can see on my computer some people have already started donating, and I had one donor ask me how much is left. So to that donor who's been texting me for a little bit, call us and tell us what you can donate. You have done it before, and you have done it at one of our Humanity First telethons before, and you know Allah Ta'ala has blessed you in many folds. So I request you to call me. You can call me on my cell phone and I'll take your call. And the other donors that I can see on our website, they're going in and donating at the same time. And now we're receiving lots of positive messages about this program and how Humanity First is working and the volunteers and everything. So the response has been amazing tonight. Dr. Saab, with your permission, when you mentioned that we had few issues with the dinners, with your permission, if I can disclose the number to people. By the grace of Allah, tonight we have served over 2,000 meals coast to coast in Canada. So this is how people support Humanity First. And I know Dr. Saab was on the phone and he's taking messages of donations as well. And I'm getting some messages as well. So, if you want to donate, you can call me personally on my cell phone right now or Dr. Saab's cell phone and we'll take the call on air.
So I just got a message that somebody has just donated $500. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah Ahsanul Jaza. Earlier this evening, somebody sponsored a well for $5,000. I don't have the permission to take the name, so I'm just letting you know that this is his second well that he's donated today. And I'm just looking for another couple of sponsors for $5,000 or $10,000, and we will hit our target. So sure. You can please come forward. Is there anyone who is willing to let us reach that target of $100,000? Just a couple of donors come forward with $5,000 or $10,000.
And if you'd like to call my personal cell or Dr. Saab's cell, we'll take you live on air right now. Yeah. And if you want to send a message or even want to send us a WhatsApp message, we will take you information right now. So please do donate. It's we're a few minutes left in the program and we're almost there. By the grace of Allah, our hundreds of hours have been spent on organizing this event. The team of volunteers, the people who are managing the food deliveries downstairs. Lots of effort goes in, and they're all volunteers. None of us are paid to do all this. So please come forward, donate as much as you can, donate as little as you can. Even $10 makes a difference. $120 will restore an eyesight for someone. $120, imagine $120 can restore an eyesight for someone. $120 sometimes we end up spending going on in a day in a mall or dinner, right? So please, any amount you can donate. Go to our website, www.humanityfirst.ca, or please text us. Text Dr. Saab, text my cell number, text any of the volunteers of Humanity First, and the message will come to us. Or you can text us at the WhatsApp number that we have been showing on the screen, 647-493-7722. Please send us your donations, whatever you can do to help. Jazakumullah.
So the last 3 minutes, we're going to end this program in 3 minutes. I want some donors to come forward and make a pledge. The number on the WhatsApp number is on the screen, 647-493-7722. Please text message if you're willing to donate. Just a couple of donors in last 3 minutes will help us hit the target. Please donate. Make a pledge for Ivory Coast if you have not done so. Ivory Coast needs a lot of funds. You can make a pledge of $1,000. You don't have to pay today. You can pay it in next 2 years. But make a pledge for Ivory Coast if you have not made a pledge. If you can make a small donation, please, $20, $30, $50, won't harm you, will make a difference toward our final count. Please donate in the last 3 minutes, actually now 2 minutes. At 8:40 we are going to end this program.
I'm going to take you live on air. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum, Rafi sahab, you are on air right now.
वालेकुम सलाम सर, क्या हाल चाल है?
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah, Rafi bhai. आप ठीक ठाक हैं?
अल्लाह का शुक्र, दुआएं आपकी.
Rafi bhai, you're currently on air. I think the entire Canada is listening to your conversation.
Jazakallah for taking me on air. तो मैंने बस यही पूछना था, कहाँ पहुँचा आपका टारगेट? किस अमाउंट पे 100,000?
देखिए, we are close to 100,000, but we have much bigger expectation from you. you are one of our donors, first donors that I believe donated over $100,000 at our telethon. So you have already set the bar very high. Now the ball is in your court.
अल्लाह खैर करे. तो इस वक्त आपकी क्या पोजीशन है, कहाँ पहुँचे हुए out of 100,000 के जो ओरिजिनल टारगेट है?
देखिए, I mean, we were honestly aiming for about 200K, ठीक है, because this was the first time we have done it. We had no idea how many people will participate. Delivering dinner from different time zones in Canada was a huge challenge for us, and we wanted people just to come out and even participate as little as possible. We wanted to have as maximum participation as possible. So you tell us what you can do.
नहीं, मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा था कि पहले आपका ओरिजिनल टारगेट अचीव करते हैं ना, फिर उसके बाद आगे ओवर एंड बियॉन्ड तो एब्सोल्युटली
ठीक है.
तो फिर रफ नंबर दें कहाँ पहुंचे हैं, तो बाकी
rough number, I mean, I can't throw a number at you, sir. This depends on you, it depends on you. I cannot send a number.
चले अभी 25,000 ले लें.
25,000? Jazakumullah. Jazakallah hasan jazak. बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much. I think that will definitely take us to 100,000 or maybe even above. But
नहीं, अगर उसमें 100,000 के अभी भी गैप कोई रहता है, तो अगर उसको 25 को 30 करना है, 35 करना है, 40 बता दीजिएगा.
Done. ठीक है. Jazakumullah.
So I can announce.
एक second. So
I can announce that we have reached $100,000. Thank you with your donation, but we have also, just because of your motivation, we have started quick. Right now I'm just getting flood of text messages. I'm going to give you amounts and
अच्छा, ये आज की आपकी हाईएस्ट क्या आई है?
आज की हाईएस्ट क्या आई है?
सिंगल डोनेशन इज $5,000 आई है, जो हाईएस्ट है. तो लेकिन अभी इस वक्त जो है ना, another $5,000 from Nazif Chaudhry साहब and Hamida Chaudhry साहिबा. Then I received another pledge of $100. I've received another pledge for $5,000 for.
मैंने मुबश्शिर खालिद साहब को यही कहा था कि अगर वो 100,000 का किसी ने वो कर दिया और record break तो फिर आ जाते हैं, कोई मसला नहीं.
वो actually जो 100,000 का जो आप कह रहे हैं record break, I think it was broken at the last telethon.
Yes, it was.
So I think I messaged you at that time as well. So mashallah, you have set an example for others. And you set the bar high, and alhamdulillah, I'm very happy to say that by the grace of Allah, Allah Ta'ala has blessed our MD brothers and sisters abundantly, and people come forward in very high numbers. Sometimes we don't even have to make a phone call. I mean, look at you, you're calling me, I was just talking to you on a WhatsApp message, right?
I just got another 5,000 from Maqbool Hussain Sahab.
So I think if you total that, Rafi bhai, if you total the pledges, the donations we just got right now, I think they're more than 40,000.
$35,000.
They're more than 35,000. So what do you want to do?
नहीं, अगर आपको इसका मतलब 100,000 रीच करने के लिए आप 70,000 पे आप लोग खड़े.
No, alhamdulillah, we have reached 100,000.
अच्छा
जी.
ठीक है, फिर 25,000 ठीक है.
25,000. चलें, ठीक है. जज़ाकुमुल्लाह, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका.
Okay, I'm just going to give
आपको टेक्स्ट डिटेल कर देता हूँ कि किस तरह इसको मत में डालना है.
इंशाल्लाह. जज़ाकुमुल्लाह, बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much. जज़ाकुमुल्लाह. जज़ाकुल्लाह. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
So Nasir Mahmood Sahab, $500. Another $500 and $1,000 for Ivory Coast Hospital, another $1,500 in from Mississauga. So we have received some donations.
And I also received another message on mine from Nasir. I think you announced Nasir Mahmood Sahab, right?
Yeah, another Nasir Mahmood Mia Sahib, 500, 500 and 1,000, so $2,000 from him. So we want to say Jazakumullah and thank you very much to all our donors. We have reached our time. So thank you so much. Rafi Saab, Salim Mia Saab is also thanking you very much. He says, please thank Rafi Saab for him. And thank you from all our volunteers, all our hard workers. There are a lot of people who are working on the behind the scene. You're just seeing our face, but there are dozens of volunteers who are working behind the scene. They are all thanking you or the donor. In the last 3 minutes, we have hit about the same amount as the video series already. Yes, about $70,000 have been raised in last 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Sorry, $60,000.
Yeah, $60,000. So $60,000 in the last 5 minutes of this program. Jazakumullah. This clearly shows that people have trust in Humanity First, and they see what Humanity First is doing. They see what volunteers are doing throughout the world. So Jazakumullah Jaza. Please, even after the program ends, you're more than welcome to go to our website and donate. As Dr. Saab said earlier, if you cannot do it online, if you want to do check, you can do that as well. If you like someone to pick up the donation from you, we can also arrange that as well. So Jazakumullah Jaza. Dr. Saab, I think we should wrap up the program. We're already a little bit over. So last couple of minutes.
I think we have just want to thank you again for a very successful event. I am very happy. Thank you very much, Jazakumullah, for participating in this event. And I can tell you that there may have been mishaps, but delivering 22,000 meals across Canada was not easy. Coast to coast, right from Nova Scotia to Vancouver, we have delivered. We have shown to you that this team can do this work, and it is only because we love you, donors. We love your support, and it is just a small token of gratitude. Consider this as just a way of saying thank you. The real reward is with Allah. So your donation, your support is going to be rewarded and blessed by Allah Ta'ala. And if you've enjoyed this program, do send us an email. If you have issues or complaints, do send an email or message us. We would like to fix that issue. We want to make sure that this program was to your liking, to your expectations. And if not, we want to improve next time. So on behalf of all our volunteers and team, thank you so much for it, and we look forward to your continued support. We want everyone to be part of Humanity First. You can become a volunteer, you can become a donor, you can become part of our team to do any kind of work that you like. So with this note, we will take leave from you. Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum.